That riot damage finally pays off. Red Bull clutch for Jorg. High octane action is what you came for.
And you're gonna bloody get it. PaperX will sometimes hit some remarkable shots. That double kill from Divide with a Sheriff in hand shows you that in every one of these rounds, even when the weaponry's light, G2 are gonna get pushed to the brink. But Jorg is up to it this time. The clone play as well stopped him from getting punished earlier on by something, and then he comes back around. Just catches the timing there to win the 1v2 towards the end. Now Leaf has picked up Something's operator, saved from the previous round, and it's the player looking towards this push. Missed a shot on a Jing that was flying past him. That would have been an incredible one to land.
A tremendous amount of util though over towards A Rubble, so G2 to get the call, they get the read, so they're like, okay, we're going to speed up over towards C. The wall's going to be stopping them, and the drone. Something with a reposition, this could cook.
There's also an opportunity here to slow things down a little, and Something's going to look for that information. Sees 3 players out here.
Spotting the whole team now.
To be honest, I don't think there's much you can do off the back of this. It's just for pure information, which will make some kind of flood retake slightly weaker, but with the showstopper and the Steel Garden, PaperX are still in a really nice spot to stop any of G2's planting attempts.
It's poking and prodding on either side, isn't there, with that util sent flying forward. Still 50 seconds left.
Well, and also look how decent this holdover towards A Rubble is for PaperX. They have 2 players posted up over here. One is the Raze with ult, so you are being driven into the B or C sides right now.
It's going to be going into C. All opens up. Sight lines are there, but 30 seconds remaining. Jorgamo might be gearing up for a bit of a fight there. Stun still. It's going to be hitting towards the back, and the shot still distracted for a second. Is traded out evenly by Jing Divide. Still in the back, and heads are turned away from him. He combines to might him and Patman. Really doing the damage! But Forsaken, the IGL, inserts himself into the conversation.
Of course he does. The Omen ultimate allowing Forsaken to get there as quickly as possible. He was the guy posted up with Jing, covering over towards Rubble. Jing comes in to reinforce B, and Forsaken apparates over to the other side of the map as well. One of the biggest strengths of this PaperX team on the defense side, how mobile they are. Feels like you've got an idea of where they are on the map, and then suddenly they pop up completely in the other direction. Something's gone for a judge in this round. Holding up towards front B, you'd expect him to tuck behind the box. He's actually getting in front of it a little.
More catches, you know, there's no way. There's no way you're going for this.
He's a nutcase. He's a nutcase. Again, this is an anti-eco round, one where probably you don't want to be taking too many risks. But Something pushing forwards. Yeah, Patman to bait.
Clearing that. You're going to be surprised.
Now, Forsaken's used one of his teleports to get into this position, and his comp doesn't have a Viper wall to help him escape.
No, so good luck getting out.
He's quite committed. He takes the opportunity with the attacker's Viper wall to get out of there. He's not as crazy as we thought.
He's gone back in. He's gone back in, mate.
Okay, hold on.
Go back to words. He's gone back in and leave. He's going to clean him up.
I take it back.
50 seconds left. This is still early days. In the big picture, if we can get a bit more ground going, it might call for the rotations to occur over towards A.
And that's gun down. Forsaken is always going to be going for the extra little bit. This time punished for it. Don't know why I ever believed he was backing off.
No.
This tap of the door, and the fact that Forsaken's gone, pulling players defensively towards A as the hit on C comes through. Divide forced to give up space.
Yeah, Nightfall and Valorant hold as well, clears out much of the site there. Leaf loses the fight out to Patman. Cleaned up that straggler. Divide still here. Hanging around into the sidelines. He's going to get that first connection. A bit of running gunning though is ordered up here by G2. And Jonah P, why not pull on the sidearm? Secondary's getting that job done. Finishing up here. 2v3. The Nightfall committed. This looks winnable for PaperX. They're going to send it forwards. Judge in hand. Something's gone against the Stingers and against the Rifles. Patman's left to do it all now. And a lot of damage being done in the process. Spraying them potentially down to a killable range. Patman himself very, very low. 51 health to get it done. High-low setup, G2 trying to play it with that discipline, with that diligence. Being disjointed, being picked apart. Time is running away from it right now. That wasn't a rifle he picked up, just the judge. Patman's going to get it done now. 9 bullets and time running short. Trent from on high. It's a thrifty round converted. G2 Not finished. Neither team wants to really give up even an advantage here.
This round, Forsaken's death is massively important. Even though Leaf whips a little bit on the low over towards A, it just pulled all of the players away from C, so Paper Rex couldn't really flood in properly. I love the idea of Valorant calling like a quasi-fake in this round, and also making sure that they always have post-plant aggression, right? Look how deep they're fighting in some of these rounds. Even when you think back to the pistol, it's a great theory to bring in the game against Paper Rex.
Don't want to count Paper Rex out when they've got ults in their hands. Few weakened weaponry, but a rifle into the hands that do count.
The economy's been going back and forth so heavily. I feel like we've barely seen a rifle round with both teams having full equipment.
It's not been a standard game, that's for sure.
The clone's getting a lot of value, by the way. Paper Rex needs to start shooting that before it gets rid of Devi's wall. On C, on B. Jorg has been able to bait those out fairly easily.
Big group up though by G2, looking to send it flying forwards here. Onto the C site. There's no util used. Push them back, so no one is pulled. Leaf dropped down. That was a Midler cleaned up. That's a rifle as well. He can hand over to the opposition. Still very much winnable. Information gathered. Something going to be playing for his life in this spot. Paper Rex. Still a chance to get back in. Especially with Jing's showstopper. The door's going to be opened up from behind. Steel Garden as well. The squeeze now onto these G2 players. With the corral and cower into the corner. But a nade at your back. And a gun forwards. Jing, watchful eye on every single extremity. Weapons finally back in action. But again, Jorgamo's got too much to do. Swarmed by Paper Rex. 4-4 evened up.
That's a flawless, and it's a thrifty. Again, the team with no weaponry is coming in here and getting the win. Second round in a row as well that Leaf have been punished on the low. It's fine to take those kind of risks, but man, Paper Rex, if they're shooting, you need to make sure that you're shooting back. Jing came in here. Warpath, didn't he? He hasn't even used the showstopper. I mean, Alex and Vinny are just laughing about this because I think they're maybe a bit frustrated. They're losing the rounds they feel like they should have an advantage, but they're winning the ones where they don't.
Mate, at this point, the game's out of their domain.
It's topsy-turvy,
It's in the hands of the players.
Well, G2 have got the lower buy this time, so they're going to win. And also, especially if Leaf can actually get in a position to put down his Viper's Pit, they've got a great chance of it.
Yeah. Big mound push, but you're seeing instant rotation. Paper Rex trying to follow the noise and the sound cues. They want to get involved into the fight as early as possible.
A fake into a B hit here would be such a nice call from Valin. Prowler goes out front B right now and does detect Leaf, so they might start reinforcing B, and Jing's ultimate could be a great one to stop the pivot through coming in. I think for sure the idea there was to end B and try to get the pit up, but now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit. Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the bears, the bodies. That flash and a peek, Devi! Oh my, Devi! What a flash! The reactions and sharp shooting is across the board right now for Paper Rex. Firing on all cylinders.
And stabilizing their economy as well. Starting to get up to a really tidy amount of money in the bank. Leaf, final player, executed with a bullet to the back of the head. Devi's so entertaining to watch on Lotus. I know that the whole team is, let's be real. We've got a treat here to open playoffs, but the way that Devi flashes like this and swings out, he contests this stairs space so often in defense.
And he's not scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco. Could be handing over a gun if he ends up missing. It's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah. And he's very opportunistic. He takes good timings, actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him. Of course, there's always risk inherent in the way that Paper Rex plays on the defense.
Sure.
They're just good enough to be able to, for it not to matter a lot of the time.
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of just the pace that's being played by the two teams. When you see some of the best in the world clash in Valorant typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that Paper Rex play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them, pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto, and it was Paper Rex coming out with a 2-0 win. Paper Rex's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups. G2 usually had the edge in this match because they were the team that slowed the pace down, and Paper Rex just ended up feeding into them. The problem right now with playing slowly in the Paper X is they are so good currently. That style doesn't work anymore. They make such intelligent timing decisions. Oh, good. Good luck playing slow against them. It's really, really tough. I mean, we've seen that with Fnatic, for example.
This year's certainly been the evolution of Paper X as a team. TP forwards into the one-way. That is spam into that. No, expecting to play.
They are really ready for that. It's a flash into a horn play, but Joe goes down anyway.
Opening the door will force them to concede a bit of space up, but Paper X is going to be happy with the early pick.
Jorgamo's ultimate would have been the thing to win this round. Probably one of the tools that Josh RT was talking about.
If you go back into Jing here, you're going to be in trouble. Don't need to be broken. It needs to be broken, and it is. He has that showstopper close quarters. Chooses to activate it now. Plays a scurrying, but against the back wall. That's mincemeat made of Fallon. Jonah P, an attempt to answer that back straight away. Stun's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking about the fact that that drone can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner and it's broken, just opens the door for Paper X's raise.
Free game.
And this round, I can't imagine it going away of G2 now. In a 3v4.
A lot have to go right here, but Devi is already making sure that any sort of hurdles and obstacles are dealt with necessarily at that. Still G2 finding their mark. It's brought it into a 2v2.
This could be the opening.
To Nightfall. Scatters forwards, only the one tag. They don't know where something is there, but it's all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness, and the Seas connects. Forsaken's position notified. Armageddon! My God, the slightest of angles to play out of. He's alive for now, but he's got to do it now with just 34 bullets left, and the off angle of Jonah P. It's electric stuff from the Professor.
And of course, the round where it looks like G2 might be down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing Paper X when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and Something contesting this B plant because they don't hit their shots, because G2 are ready for them. The round flips on its head. And G2 draw things level again. And now they've got a chance of using this Yoru ult.
A big fight taken. Half of the course so far for Paper X. They'd love to be inserting, taking that robber control early. G2 though, they speed it up again. Noise heard, picking out a bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. Still a wall in your face, but Jorgamo's got all that space for free. Salvas in a one-way deep CT control. Name of the game already called for. What a snap to the head. Straight his way, that door's going to be opening up. This is Paper X trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. He cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open towards it. Something lurking up and around the pit. Going to let them try and get involved and get back in again, but Jorgamo's still just dominating the extremities. And the pit now insurmountable is what it feels like in a 2v4, especially with the operator in Something's hand. They already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have two rifles to be spamming in there and hoping that you get a kill on somebody. I think Patman needed to win that fight. Prowler into the face of Jorgo Valiant, I can't even remember at this point, but
Jorgen CT.
Yeah, pushed up deep into spawn. I mean, if you're not going to be winning that duel when he's having to contest a Prowler, then you don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set-piece rounds on attack side have looked the best for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the prep difference is here for G2. If you think back to the pistol, if you're looking at that round as well, there's been another couple sprinkled in the middle too. These are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above Paper X. And I think big credit to the coaching staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
Oh, spawn, oh my gosh. Yeah.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid, beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing towards Mound. G2 give it up.
Oh my God, man!
He's so good.
Have a day off. He never will, he never will.
Something at this point in the year?
No.
Not happening.
It's not happening. No, he's really bringing it. That head-to-head, this Yoru. Jorgen Something are heating up. 12 kills for Jorgen, I believe 11.
Nge-call terus tuh. Gue dapet ini, lu rotate atau siapa, ganti siapa nahan, gue kece. Segala macam, entahlah apa yang diomongin. Dan dicari informasi si Maune. Sembari dia udah taruh gate crash juga di arah spawn. Jadi begitu tahu ini kosong, rotasi bisa cepet. Nah itu loh. Udah ketawa, rotasi bisa cepat dari something. Tapi nampaknya G2 masih belum tahu mereka mau kemana karena mereka tidak punya space sama sekali. Tapi setelah Tren dapat kill, ini mungkin bisa menjadi space yang dibutuhkan bagi G2. Something lagi-lagi dengan killnya. Dan akan coba menangster. Di backup oleh Jing serta Rene Nightfall. Jing kecolongan. Ini masih 3 melawan 2. Second hadir. Dari arah flank G2 kocar kacir. Mereka bingung spike-nya drop di rubble. Jauh Jimo, sejago-jagonya. Kalau dikepung 2 arah begini, udah nggak bisa harusnya bro.
Bener-bener setiap roundnya, wah. Setiap roundnya tuh kayak padet banget tau sih.
Padet banget.
Acara nih padet gitu, sibuk semua.
Rundown nih.
Rundown tuh bener-bener padet nih. Match ini 6 sama. Emang hal yang
Guests.
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint, Titouan, PaperX. Alex cousin just joined me for an interview. Bonjour Alex, welcome. Bonjour Titouan, welcome of course to Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you've been following your cousins, you know, esports career for a while now. So my first question is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves du coup que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis, quand on connaît son niveau sur Valorant en jeu, il est bien derrière l'écran de coach.
Derrière ses joueurs, effectivement. So yeah, I think his career has been brighter as a coach than as a player, of course. And I think his players are just too good for him to catch back. And the second question I wanted to ask you is, even though Alex spent his whole life in Singapore, he still has that French blood in him, right? So, you know, what is the most French thing that he has in his behavior? Donc pour toi, c'est quoi le trait le plus français de ton cousin Alex?
Je pense que ça peut se voir à la caméra, quand le plan il passe sur lui. Il peut être vocal, il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs. Et puis aussi, je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
He likes the French food, of course. He likes eating, and of course we can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes. You know, he gets also very vocal. So I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French buff can carry PaperX on this map of Lotus. See you.
Listen, any advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point because they are neck and neck. It's a breakneck pace that's really just been occurring on either side here. 6-6 between these two teams. Anyone's game, and let's take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. Honestly, a lot to delve into here, but look, why not? Let's take a look at Dubai. He's been a real impactful player, to be honest. A lot of his rounds off the back of him, individual plays that he was making.
Yeah, for sure. And also trying to take out the players who are at the front of the pack, I think, here for G2. You see those are the people he's doing the most damage to. Makes perfect sense. He's usually in an anchor position, but you do see him go for those aggro swings. But now the sides swap. And so you're looking at people towards something, Jing, Forsaken even, the big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to get into good positions. And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway. Now at this event, yeah, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish chord 4, why not? It's going to get bloody, and it's brawly at that. G2 though, the ones winning it out so far. Feed entirely filled up in their name. A 4-piece, 4-leaf.
Did you blink? Did you go away to get a snack during the halftime? You missed it.
You probably did, yeah.
I mean, that is another pistol perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff bring them up a pistol that finds the gap in B perfectly. Round 13, they predict PaperX going for pretty much the same thing and destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No, but also did the first one count? I mean, PaperX immediately eked at the back. So
well, they might do it again, Brent.
They might do it again.
They've got the exact same buy, pretty much. 4 classics and then Jing with a Sheriff instead of a Ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes, and you see Jorgamo taking that first point of contact. Already catching on to something as well. He was trying to TP his way all the way in. Watch him for it with a frenzy from that kind of range.
A medium-range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay, why not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
I mean, they're good with the stingers, but the frenzy's not been in the meta too much recently.
Which looks different on LAN, apparently.
Yeah. Well, a cleaner follow-up there from G2. So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here. Might be able to read into this because he had a sheriff in the previous round, but where's he going to take it?
Flash forward's going to be broken. Jogamo, he's not messing around. That's 2 shots to the chest. Something done.
Superstar player from Paper X. People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round. Paper X really need a win here.
Already losing 1 player early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and re-clears over towards Rubble, just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valin not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgamo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
Spotting that one, Jonah P. No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. Apex are looking to go back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing, but there's another one dropped down, courtesy of Divine. So
I think Jonah spotted 2 there out of the 3 players. And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
Tucked up deep here, we're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards, skip past this one. Silence going to be spotted! And the bodies just line up for him, Jing! It's 2 eviscerated in a blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that B site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really smoked off here. I mean, stop with the ricochet, trying to peek this one forward again with the fights to be taken. G2, they win it like that.
Taking a page out of Paper X's book. Pressuring the plant there just as it was going down. That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it? Lands onto the player defending the planter, and they come in swooping together.
No one from Paper X really covering it as well. I mean, listen, I can't fault them. My mouth's barely keeping up with the gameplay itself, so listen. The fact that they're still playing towards it.
Yeah, well, that's what I think has been most evident from this match, is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah.
If you had to, average out all of the rounds and decisions being made, normally Paper X are head and shoulders above everyone. There are almost no teams that play quicker than Paper X does. And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here G2 are preempting what they're doing and managing to stay 1 step ahead. And they've got an opportunity to start snowballing this half. Winning the pistol round and a bonus is pretty major. This is a tactical timeout coming out here from Paper X. I am interested to see how much Mini's talking in these kind of moments. Seems like at the moment he's just staying quiet, let the big boss Alex give most of the feedback to the team. It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time he's traveled with the team. He's been doing remote work for them at previous events, but maybe it's going to be a curse bringing him on site. I mean, you won the tournament last time by leaving him at home, so...
Yeah. Definitely would hope not. 3-round difference though between these 2 teams, but at the pace that is being played at, steadily, quite quickly get away from you, I think. So that's why we're calling for the pause. Paper X tactical intervention.
Very early. And maybe just addressing the speed, the style that G2 are playing. It's possible that Paper X were expecting G2 to play more set retakes, slightly slower look.
Over the top. Quite broken, so that's going to be a big reveal onto at least 2 players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveals a handle leaf that he's working with that outlaw. A lot of full armor buys as well on the side of Paper X. Very aware of the way that G2 like to play, and now getting a bit of a move on. That herd and pack mentality, laying claim to most of the A site, chewing it up here. G2 just leaving it vacated. Again, the jump spots.
They're trying to bait a shot. So
very aware.
Trying to bait a shot so that Jing can go up.
Whoa! Just barely a head poking up towards the top. Vulnerability. Doesn't even matter at a point like that. Still just trying to pick them apart from the sides. It's a gun picked up all along the way and just running and gunning, spraying away. Jorgamo deals with Divide. What to Forsaken now. Salvo at your feet. There's nowhere to really stand.
G2,
take a fair fight there.
G2 do look great here. In terms of the prep that they've come in with, the way that they're playing off each other, the harassment of Paper X as they come into the site. Even Valin's position, willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it. Gets the kill, turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing, who got up to a showstopper. Paper X need around here because G2 are starting to run away with things. Similar, though opposite to their clash in Toronto, where things were neck and neck coming out the first half, and then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina. I love this exact.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Double central over towards the top.
But you throw the smoke high in the air, so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast backs up, and then he can take the fight afterwards.
TP into the backside of A. Paper X always coming out with a cool ideas. Forward to get the angle.
This round there's a flank play happening as well. Device going to be watching for it. Forsaken also challenging here.
Pixel angle, Forsaken. Faded out by the first player. Takes off Valent's head as a result of it. Now Wall's going to be tripped and that double face does overwhelm. It's going to be a quick call out though. Pac-Man looking to see if he can contain as well. Needs some help as well. Calling for reinforcements and a bit of backup. And that is a TP behind you. It is mind stuff from Jorg. And he's not stopping there. Damage done, but in the flip of a coin, it's all turned on its head. Paper X and themselves up into this 1v2. Forsaken. Quick cleanup. 4 kills for him.
He has saved them off camera there. We're watching Jorgamo pull out outrageous stuff over towards Rubble, really giving Paper X a taste of their own chaotic medicine. And meanwhile, in the background, Forsaken has just gone to work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4, I think, technically. Maybe a 3v3, but Forsaken team captain IGL bailing them out when it mattered the most.
Desperately needed it, like you said. Needed it most there. Paper X looking to send it flying forwards once more. Salvos, though, an adjustment called for here by G2. Looking to really fight this one forwards with a lot of util in the process, but Trent beamed down through the smokes. Still, bullets are going to be rattling forwards, and with that showstopper, you are no more. Jing paving the way to success. The rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jorgamo looking to answer back rapidly at that, but still shut down with a bullet to the dome.
That's incredible awareness there from Paper X, dodging the flash. Valen would have to go huge.
Lying
this
in
would
wait.
be monstrous.
Well, dissipates though, and the player's just not lined up for him. It's up to Leaf now. 1v3.
One of the first rounds where we've seen teams actually clash over towards Rubble. Paper X come out on top with all of their beautiful ideas. Does the Steel Garden get forced out here? Does Leaf get a freebie in Spawn and Forsaken? It's a wild off angle.
It's so off angle, isn't it? Oh, he just!
Oh, one bullet!
Micro flick. Forsaken. Doing backflips in the Spawn. Gives it to 1v2. Like you said, Silver Line would be ults being forced out and pulled out of these Paper X players. They've got this one locked down. A lot of damage done. Leaf anticipating a reswing from a different angle and position, but at some point has to expect it. Time's still starting to tick though. Options very much limited, and now an unwinnable spot to play in. Looking to just do the exits. Bit of damage to the economy while he's at it.
I really like the way that Paper X take Rubble control in rounds like this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this smoke that starts high up in the air, and it actually obscures Jing when he jumps in. And then the smoke lands on the floor and lets Jing take these fights up and over the top. It's really difficult to stop. And because Jing's not been ripping Showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate which rounds he's going to be playing in. And so Jonah P just gets stuck there inside tree, not anticipating Jing coming in. A huge round from Paper X's Raze, and still with 4 other ults to play with.
Pulling this one back, one round at a time. Ults are going to be used on either side though. Hit to lock off C.
They didn't clear!
He didn't clear it, Valin! Just tucked into the corner, nice and tight and pretty there. He's going to be able to find a little bit more. Something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru ultimate? That's just a big mistake from something.
He's left them at a disadvantage now, Paper X. 45.
Jonah is so committed.
Hyper committed. He's got no real backup as well. No help to help him out. That wall's on cooldown. Needs it up ASAP. Nades are flying forwards along with the bullets. Surely he doesn't survive this. He's trying to counter-spam them all the way back. And Jonah P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but it's got to feel disastrous on the side of Paper X. You've somehow been left in the 3v5 at the back of all of this.
That drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here, even committing ults into their own. Still a 3v5, respect shown. Salvos
planted.
Off the mark, doesn't deny the plant. That's going to be an extension into the round. PaperX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them, that Ayuto's flying forwards, but killed in their name. Nightfall now, scatters forwards. Jing, he's even collected a few of his own. And just like that, it's a 3v3. Players are noted. Drop down into pit, the C's to try and cut off these angles. Steel Garden even being offloaded here. With no weaponry to work with, it all comes down to the sidearms. Valen dismisses Patman, brings it into that 2v2, but time is ticking. It's getting away from them. The Thorns delay it. TP in. Valen's looking to try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it. Damage through the box. Satchel over the top, but it's all Divine in the feed. Fills it up now. 1 round is all the PaperX are behind by.
I was worried at the start of that round. PaperX have been saving these ultimates so much because they're trying to use them in post-plant situations. But they lost players really early on. A 3v5 that they managed to turn with those ults. The Fade, the Vice. Huge value once they saved them into that position, but there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even want to... You don't even think it's worth leaving the ults in hand. That one saved. An economy broken now for G2. So that is the perfect round for PaperX to clutch from the jaws of defeat. They have, however, expended their big ult bank. They had a lot of ults to work with. The Euro ult didn't get much value. Thankfully, Divine Patman did. But now things are going to start going back in the other direction towards G2's favor. As soon as they get their guns online, assuming that there's no thrifties happening and the score level's out at 10 to 10, that's when you're looking towards the Fade ult, maybe the Tail ult starting to come online. So PaperX still with a little bit of an uphill battle here, despite the fact they've won 3 in a row to get back in this game. There's more to be done.
Certainly is. As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now.
How many thrifties have we seen?
Too many. Too many. Be expected, I think, the caliber of these two teams, but...
Especially when you got Stinger Merchants on one side as well. And, PaperX winning rounds with even just classics, just all bunched up fighting together. This round it's about dodging the threat that Leaf has with the judge, I think.
Simple take towards Mound, and now sending it even flying further forwards, anticipating!
Well, that's not gonna do it!
Oh my goodness! Leaf expecting the play, the TP forwards as well, he wants a little bit more, that's a judge. Swing around to the side, something really being tested from this spot, and helped out. Starting to billow out of the main choke point now, getting a bit of a move on the direction time test for sure. Fails it for now with that Sheriff. Might get another chance to do it though. So Nightfall even being committed, G2 feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there from Valen. A lot of ults committed on the side of G2, but a pause called for here by PaperX, looking to see if they can buy their time, weather the storm. They should back out. They do have that weapon advantage.
They're putting so much pressure on these PaperX players before they can put the plant down.
For a bit of a calm moment now, a lull.
Now they're worried the PaperX might have left. There's still 40 seconds in the round, and G2 have just thrown every piece of util, hoping that PaperX would take the bait and go for the team fight. Attack the door.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be hard for G2 to get back into this site.
Yeah. Valen is to play with a rifle. Risks to be taken for sure if they want a chance to get back in. The weapons not on the side overall here for G2. Plant down as well for PaperX. Cement themselves into post-plant positions.
Valen's going to get given an aim fight at some point. PaperX better hope to win it.
Something on a swivel here. Wants to step past the smoke, but just waiting for the right time to strike. His bullet's going straight towards him. Still, it's all just going to be down to Jonah P. Does pick up that gun in his hands, but yeah, overwhelmed there. Something. Got it all handled. 10-10. That's what it's been brought to.
Good patience there from PaperX. Drawing all of that utility out of G2 and just slowing things down, cutting noise. Threatening that you could have gone over to the rest of the map. Divine wins the really critical 1v1 against Valen as something cleans the rest of the kills up. I said the key in this round was avoiding Leaf, and he instantly got 2. But PaperX again dig themselves out of a hole. Now though, weapons back up for G2. They did use that Fade ult though, so ults very even across the board.
Spam down a bit of bullet tags into the leg of Jing. Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage to contest with. Jorgmo's just sitting there with the op. Actually looking to contest. A lot of damage through the wall. Dodging and juking for now, still alive and kicking.
Time to jump.
Divide. That's an insane shot.
What a pre-fire from Divide. He knows that Leaf loves hanging around on that angle. Somehow Leaf survives. It's a little bit of door frame between him and the bullet.
Now, great migration. PaperX making their way over towards C. They know the damage done to Leaf, so he's not going to be playing as aggressive Leaf.
Still got a snake bite.
Could make the difference when this util starts getting sent flying forwards. Now with that C's and a nade, there's a snake bite. Attempt to drop them. Haunt even committed on top of it. PaperX, a lot of util being used here, but to no real avail.
And they don't have an insert elsewhere on the map, so time really starting to tick down now. Getting dangerous.
The over towards Rubble. They're taking to stick this one as well. Good clearance over towards A.
30 seconds.
It's a lot of unknowns in the minds of G2. They're wondering, has he TP'd into spawn? Where is this guy?
But Jonah's clearing it out quite diligently at the moment, and will still have a timing to stop this hit coming through.
Still going to be
try
tested.
To anchor with the Odin.
Still going to be tested, like you said. Forced to anchor now with the Odin in his hand. The door not opened up. The salvos to try and cut them off. Where it hurts!
Down A.
Split them in twine. PaperX right now, they don't know which way to look, which way to stand. Toppled at a moment's notice. The pressure was there, but long-range support with that salvo at the feet. Couldn't cross that boundary, couldn't get themselves onto the A side, so PaperX find themselves trailing by one again.
First round, I think, where we've seen one of the attacking teams look a little shaky. Usually it's, you know, something excellent coming out from the defenders. This one, perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B, with only 15 seconds left on the clock. No threat coming towards B in the mid-round. No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site. Thankfully for PaperX, it hasn't broken their economy completely, but they are going to be coming in with a stinger and a judge on Jing. Maybe an opportunity here to end B and make use out of these short-range weapons.
Well, they might want to go for it, bit of a B split, or just a fake of the A util. And looking to go straight forwards. Flying forwards at that. That's a judge into the hands of Jing, and he could do some real damage here. Trying to take that peek. It's an unsmoked angle. Trent is no more. Obliterated in the process. Jorg falls to the information. TP's back out to safety, but there's still a player down on the plant. Now finally going down.
Heaven control there, threatened from PaperX, and then once they know that G2 have seen it, they immediately drop back and try to fight on site, creating presence in as many spots as possible.
All players on site with the exception of Tavai. Taking that peek in the fight to be taken. It's an off angle for Patman, and that is beautiful work. Two players dropped in the blink of an eye for G2.
Nice.
They're going to be watching from the spectator seat. Forced to back away from this fight. PaperX bringing it back up to 11.
I was praising the fact earlier that G2 felt like they were one step ahead of what PaperX were doing. This round caught them off guard, and Jorg might have just got away with keeping the op. If Jing had chosen to go stairs there instead of Heaven.
Still out in the open.
I think he's going to escape to tree and find some safety. So both big weapons safe for G2, but as I'm saying, I don't think they were actually ahead of that one. I think PaperX really caught them off guard there with the fake rubble util into a B pop.
Yeah. Trent here was down for the count, right?
Yeah, usually the rounds that I've liked seeing from G2 have been when they're fighting PaperX as the plant is going down. This time they actually had Paranoia and a stun to try to do that with. But Trent got caught. Didn't catch quite what Jorg was saying there towards the end about a free round. I mean, 11-11. Tension at its highest.
Adjustments that are being made. Tweaks as well across the board. Salvador's far breaks open the blue room door, and Jorgmo not anticipated from that spot.
He's a big game player.
Delivers them a killing blow onto Jing. Right when his team needed it, and the slightest gaps to work with. That is disgusting stuff.
He's playing so well in this match so far.
He may have found himself a bit of a pocket to play in still. Players might be watching it. An awareness that door is open. It was Trent who was the one to do it. Shallow angle that he's watching this from. Flash. Still contacting up here, PaperX.
Leaf from behind.
It could be that backstab! Oh, what is that by Forsaken? Quick 180. Snaps back and punishes Leaf for the hubris of trying to contest.
3 huge moments where Leaf has had a bit of a whiff, but this one might punish them the most. He's still got 19 kills, he's still playing great. big kills are getting away from him.
Lurks on Lurks, divine all that space over towards C. Open ground found, and something now can be the backstab.
Oh, what a time.
Still with that player disadvantage, but it might not matter with something playing like this. And like you said, the timing is everything. It's all about how fast you end up playing it, but he reveals it early with that kill onto Jonah P. No one's turning to look at this right now. No one at all. Communication just going to miss. Paper X. Again from the brink, again at the player disadvantage. But it's inevitable. It's going to be that 12th round.
I think this round is utterly and completely different if Forsaken doesn't somehow land.
Okay.
I think this round is so different if Forsaken doesn't somehow spin on a dime and land a 180 kill onto Leaf. The reactions sometimes from the Paper X players, especially Forsaken, seem inhuman.
Yeah.
Because he's reacting to the fact that he's being shot at, and sure, you can look at Leaf and you can blame him for having a bit of a whiff, but how many other players are reacting to this quickly and deleting the player behind him?
There's no way.
And it's actually a bit of a tough shot, because as he moves, his model goes downwards too, because he's on a staircase.
Moving down into the pit.
If Forsaken didn't land that though, I think it's G2's map. And maybe, therefore, G2's map. And now they've got a fend-off map point.
Huge heroics from Paper X. Bringing them to map point. Disastrous for G2 to lose this opener in this fashion. It's exactly the way that the last time that these teams played each other ended up. 13-11 loss to G2, and anticipating that TP deep into the back line. Chogamo's got his watchful eye onto it still. Bullet's going to be rattled on either side here. Damage is being done either way. Judge in the hands of Leaf, he can't get much done at all. The rifles are singing in the hands of these Paper X players.
Still a salvo, still an ult here for Trent.
Chance for him to get back in, but a lot of damage done to Jonah P as well. They're going to have to use everything at this point. Space given up. Presence being shown, and forces the Armageddon to be used just to take site control. G2. Meticulous, they're like surgeons when it comes to these retakes, just trying to divide up most of the site and see if they can take this one nicely. But they have to get their eyes and watchful eyes, and Lee smokes. Valen does punish it. Forsaken dropped. With that IGL dip, Jing from the side has got a nade waiting, rebounds, but a little bit too shallow. A tap onto it, Horn needs to be dealt with, it's all coming down to the wire! And in slow motion, could we have it any other way? Map 1 goes to Paper X.
A 13-11 nail biter, back and forth from the very beginning. Paper X pulling it out from the brink. What a game to open playoffs here at Champs.
Absolutely unreal stuff. The best being brought out of both of these teams. I cannot wait to get into the action as we look forward to Grove.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us, on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
An update is required. Financial system updating. System updated. We will dance together. The future of money is here. Feels good.
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty. Goes crazy. They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Finally, we won. Finally.
Chemical. Chemical.
係咯，問到你個8000你咁樣幫我咧。发到了，你现在拿不到5万这么小就给150。反射，2000、3000，手快有手慢。
Jen here with Alex of PaperX. Now, Alex, congratulations on Lotus. Now, this matchup was pretty much interesting because we had the clash of styles. Very slow, methodical style from G2, and of course, PaperX's W Gaming. And it was important for PaperX to be in control of the pace, not to let G2 dictate the pace of how the game was gonna go. So, in that sense, how much of a nuisance was that Taeho for you?
Yeah, I mean, we had to play around it because we're not used to Taeho. But we spent a lot of time watching how Trent plays. I think we dealt with it very well. I think it was okay for us.
So far, no rage from you. So, is it Mini kind of mellowing you out? Or
I'm a little bit afraid to reach in front of him, I think. He's got way more trophies than anyone else. So
no rage, no rage.
I'm kidding. They play very well, so there's no reason to complain.
Right. Hopefully that keeps happening in the second map. Thank you.
No rage for Coach Alex. No rage at all. And he's got Mini there to back him up.
I don't know how you say this in English, but you know, minus por minus is más. Like minus equals plus.
Yeah.
I think it's the same situation because I was like, oh my god, Alex and Mini, it's going to be insane in that coaching booth. It was just smiles.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of reasons. 2 negatives don't make a positive. Wait, but that would be the... No. 2 negatives have made a positive. Yeah.
But you know what? There were a lot of reasons for Coach Alex as well as Mini to smile because it takes us to our HyperX reflex moment of the day. And we got to talk about this particular round here from Forsaken, because Mimi, we saw Jogamo get that two-piece thinking, okay, they're going to stop this. And then out of nowhere, it's Forsaken just being the superstar we always know him to be.
This is a turning point in the game. G2 had just gone into the second half, had a great read on that pistol round to fight front B. They win their bonus, and it looks like they're just going to roll their way through the rest of the map and head towards their pick. But instead, it's Forsaken finding this incredible round that I think ignites PaperX as a whole back into form. And it's more incredible multi-kills, individual moments like that get them back into the game, and now they're the team up in the series instead. Yeah, a lot of back and forth we saw during that first half. Constant, we were like, just looking at what team could manage to get a couple of rounds in a row. You can see at the bottom there, but look at the amount of first kills that the G2 had. And this I wanted to bring out two things out of here. Look at the post plans. Mimi, you were speaking about, and you're very right, G2 and how good they have been on the retakes, where they only managed to win 2. What they did manage to do is lose an incredible amount of 5v3s. That has to do with the resilience that PaperX has shown. The round is still not being over, and them trusting the plan. And it's funny to see, honestly, no matter what opponent has played PaperX at this tournament, you are seeing at least 1 or 2 5v3 rounds that they are winning a game. They are so impeccable of bailing themselves out of these impossible situations, and this puts G2 now in a very rough position.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we have spoken so highly about PaperX for so long. They're a team that can wrestle themselves out of a variety of situations, no matter what they put themselves into or whether their opponents put them into that. It truly is incredible. Of course, it's going to be a lot of work for Coach Josh RT to figure this one out. Let's hear what he had to say going in map 2.
Jen here with G2's Josh RT. Now, Josh, it looks like the Taeho from your side comes in handy when it comes to countering what's been going on in the current meta, and also countering PaperX's timing as well. But PaperX, they managed to gain back control even without slowing down on Lotus. So heading into map 2, what are your plans to kind of stop them from pressing W?
I mean, honestly, we were stopping them. I would say, despite the loss, I think largely we were successful. It just came down to 5v3s, playing some 180 go poorly, just like the heavy man advantages. We just need to make a small adjustment here and just realize, like, hey, they're still PaperX. They will take space on you. They will be in our face, and not to don't give them the respect. So we'll take the fight to them, I think, and I think it'll be a better map too.
It's respect. That's the key. Thank you, and good luck.
And you heard Coach Josh RT there talk about the same thing. Those 5v3s really biting him in the butt. No shot is happening.
So PaperX has not played this map.
No.
Yes. And they've already lost the race. They're baiting us.
No.
Is it bait?
It's not going to happen. They're not going to do triple duelists. Like, it's just not happening.
They're going to do a normal double.
They're doing a normie comp, bro.
This ain't Lotus, guys. Okay, double duelist, kind of expected for the side of PaperX. We just saw the something versus Job, literally the same running Lotus, right? Yeah, watch on the attack sides how G2 will give, but then retake mid-control. I think this is what you were highlighting in your telly. It's very good with that Teo drone to get info, and then Missile C's to retake. But PaperX, they're coming out of the blue with a new comp here, and a chance to 2-0 the series. I want to see how many shenanigans we're going to see here for the side of PaperX, how much this map was actually prepared coming into this tournament.
That's an excellent question there, Bay. I'm sure we're going to find out in just a second. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Brendan Sideshow for map 2.
What a bitter back and forth that first map was, and now we head into Corona. You know, like the Destin's already been talking about, discussing this one. We're going to be full, I mean, React Andy, I think, really, with the composition, seeing how PaperX play this one. It is a mirror their Lotus comp.
Yeah, it's mad that this is the second time ever that we've seen G2 play this comp, and the first time ever that we've seen PaperX play this comp. And this was also G2's worst map, and yet they've picked it here after just getting that one win. Apparently just copying over their Lotus comp and not even cracking on it. They just sent it, it worked, and now they're playing it again here. This is going to be mad. A lot of it is going to come down to what Kuku was saying. How practiced does it look? How much time and attention have PaperX put into this map? Behind the scenes in scrims.
Jing has a sheriff. Big group up of players. 4-player stack. So going to face with the Viper wall up. Looks like there's an angle there. Horn deep as well, making sure that all nooks and crannies are cleared out here. And everyone moving away from this one. There's no presence in mid here from PaperX.
Not at all.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. A couple of strays, swings and shots, and he's going to be popping off. Prowler in his face. At some point, maybe forced to respect this one. Oh my god, that's damage done. Traded out though. G2 still getting themselves in. Elbow control maintained by Devi, making sure to hold on to control of that area.
Yeah, Devi's position here is really nice to help PaperX on the retake.
Just spotting the head poking up. Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Paranoia has to be dodged to the one side. Stun used as a response of that. Prowler alongside it. Time starting to be a bit of a difference maker. Damage done on the side of PaperX. They are absolutely dishing it out now. They're not giving it any easy fight. Any easy fight whatsoever. Calm and collected is the way that pistol round goes for PaperX in the retake.
Devi's position ended up being the pivotal key.
It was everything.
Yeah. Trent used all of his utility, keeping back those players from the link position. And then it almost felt like Jorg and Valid forgot about Devi over there. I'd like to see G2 more proactively try to fight for positioning in the post plan. Forsaken also threw a smoke towards the end there that wasn't even on the spike. So, you know, we might see some wobbly stuff happening in this map. We don't know really where Corrode lands in either of these teams' map pools anymore. Was towards the bottom of G2's, but they're clearly feeling decent about it, having picked it here.
Oh, that's purely off the smoke timing. He takes a peek, takes some shots, and same can be said for Patman. Spectre in hand. Forsaken, Sonami can get involved. Just been walking straight into the sidelines here, but it's all managed. Everybody's going to be expecting those fights to be taken here on the side of PaperX as well, ensuring that the guns go into the next for round 3.
So a bonus opportunity for PaperX. The composition that they're running, I mean, it's allowing them at the moment to stack really heavier towards sites. You saw them on the pistol, put 4 players on A to begin, just leaving Devi with his Vice util to hold B alone. I wouldn't be surprised if they do some aggressive stuff here. Get something pushed deep. Looks like B might be where he's looking to try to contest.
He's got a judge, man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. Tucking into
Try
this
and get
corner.
into the corner.
They were flash haunting this every time.
Uh-oh, this could get deadly. This could get dangerous.
There's no way.
Just the one before he gets out.
How has he found the timing quicker than the haunt landed? Jonah P didn't even wait for the haunt, or rather, sorry, Jorg didn't wait for Jonah P's haunt.
Just expecting that they would respect it, I think. They're ready, waiting with the C's. Different angles here. I mean, he's worried about mid, still lands a shot! Jinx there following up on top of it. He gets another. Following with the TP, cheeky enough, but it's all being watched for, and this is a bonus conversion. Waiting in the wings now. I mean, PaperX could not have got off to a better start here on Corrode, a map that they've been banning, showing no signs of.
It's a crazy decision for something to tuck himself into a corner that 100% of the time G2 flash won't clear that. But he finds a moment to just catch onto Jorgamo. And then also, I'm fine with Jonah P going for that swing, because he catches Patman with util in his hand, but Patman is so fast to react and respond.
Big dagger? No.
That's devastating. First map, it was all going well for G2. The pistol rounds looked excellent from them. They also got huge amounts of first kills. In terms of the theory, I can understand why Josh is saying we only need to make some small adjustments and we would have won that. Jorg and Leaf on their own together were 12-3 in first kill to first death.
Which is ridiculous.
That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgamo and Leaf. Now, of those rounds though, PaperX won a third of the rounds where they were down in a 4v5.
Even more ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
I mean, that's looking like Team Liquid out here.
And I mean, you watched it happen, didn't you? There were multiple 3v5s, 2v4s.
Yeah. Big clutch rounds where they were able to really peel away with it.
And what it led to was that PaperX won a large majority, actually, of the gun rounds. 2/3 of the gun rounds went over towards PaperX. So they were able to come through despite losing double pistol. Now here, G2 have put themselves in a hole really early on. So this is going to be a very difficult one for them to get themselves out of.
How do you dig yourself out?
I guess you would be expecting this map to still go defense-sided. A lot of my expectations about Corrode are being challenged here at Champs, as we get the different regions' ideas matching up against each other. The double duelist, for example, that Pacific are running a lot of, does seem to do pretty damn well on the attack side.
Tremendous amounts of success across the board.
Gotta say too, in general, I don't think I'm that much of a fan of Paper X's comp. I think the Raze is worse than the Waylay or the Neon, but I've no doubt that it's comfortable territory for Jing, and he's going to make it look good at some point.
Sometimes that's all that matters, really, is ensuring that he's comfortable. And force the meta fit. Doesn't bode well for a lot of teams.
If you're Paper X, play some wacky stuff. It's,
but usually, I mean, the wacky stuff is leaning into their wheelhouse, right? It's roles that they want to play, that they're comfortable with.
They do play the Yoru Waylay on Haven. Jing looking to take a fight down mid against this drone.
Yeah.
Risky, very risky. Don't want to give a gun away here.
It's only 30 seconds left for G2 to play with. Odito's been pulled out of them early.
Oh, he's heard that.
Yeah, TP.
Actually, he might not have done. He's not calling for the full rotate.
At this point, it should be very obvious. Defy! Stalwart defender. The one to try and lock this one down, and he's being precise as anything, just trying to pluck off the heads away from the shoulders. 15 seconds left. Double face in the end here. The TP into the back line. That's a timing that was unanticipated, yet still with the shots. Leaf is raining down lead upon them. Laying down. Shot after shot. These are hammering blows, and it's brought G2 into a 1v2.
But they don't know where something is.
That's what something has got to play with in this spot right here, but against a sharp aim of Trent, not quite doable. So just like that.
That's a criminal round again.
Yeah.
Because I think Defy did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into the site. And yet, Leaf is just on a heater. Hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff. And steals a MasterCard Thrifty away from Paper X.
There you go. Filthy work to get it back in.
But we saw a lot of Thrifties on map 1, at least in the first half. Something now pulls out the operator and looking to try to take an aggro angle on A. It's hard to op this line though.
With the Viper Wall.
Yeah, Leaf's Viper Wall gives you a lot of things to worry about over here towards A. You see actually he's pre-aiming the right-hand side. And the horn broken immedially.
A bit of a clearance.
He's taking a lot of risk here, but not punished for it.
Okay, Crash about to run out. We'll have to respect this at some point.
Well, I think he'll respect it when he has a drone in his face.
Skate Crash has faded.
Slow play from G2, much slower than we saw on Lotus.
Every single second counts. These two teams drones popping out into your face, which is broken. Hello, something, you're still there. Yeah, Prowler in your face and a couple of stray bullets as well. Still alive though. Salvo forcing him back and away alongside that Seize, and there needs to be that collection. The crossfire setup in tight formation. G2 still trying to find their way forwards with this one. Also being earned up. A lot of avenues uncontested though, and Jing looking to see if he can take that fight. There's that punishment we were talking about prior. Against Paper X, got to keep guns out because they will be willing to take those duels and take those fights indeed. It does go both ways. Trent.
That's a big kill.
Massive one. Frees up the flank away from it, now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot. Hasn't really been saving his utility for post-plant.
Just trying to buy a bit of time with that nade rebounding. That's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes down, that's half HP. Drifting away, and it's a half clearance. Jing anticipating that it was cleared out. Leaf, the savior once more.
Oh, he's had a monstrous couple of rounds there, hasn't he, Leaf? Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yard. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, had it gone the other way, had Patman been able to clean out.
Oh my God, Nate!
Don't think he was getting that. Good setup towards the end as well, actually, in terms of playing around the Viper wall. They had Trent ready to swing through that, so even if Leaf hadn't been able to get the kill, I think the trade would have been there. And this is something that G2 do slightly differently to almost every other team that are playing the Viper competition. Leaf is just putting that wall down on A every round. I thought it was maybe because it was their first time playing this version of the composition.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, they seem to want to take fights through mid quite a lot on their attack.
Just open sightlines.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the wall in their face, their own wall, right?
Yeah.
Which normally a lot of teams are going to take it
I think part
slower.
of the reason too is, if you wall up in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it. And
take the timing.
yeah, your opponent to seize control of those timings. PaperX taking attack time out here, the brain trust of Alex and Mini, seeing if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. I mean, the Thrifty, in my opinion, was just leaf hit shots. I don't think you have to be too worried about that one again, but the slow A take is probably going to be a major theme of this attack half for G2. So round 5, want to pay attention to, because it could well be replicated.
Seconds are dwindling down here as we get into round 6. Big presence from PaperX over towards B as well. They're going to be claiming a lot of that side of the map. Natural drift now going to be used by George to try and set them forwards. The drone Forsaken is going to have to vacate. Evac Cord 4 needs some help and reinforcements potentially from his team. Something. Waiting into the sidelines, but now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. It's an instant response. Valen straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL diffs him. In the process, pit down.
Can't get the plant down.
Gives him a bit of coverage. The Siege is good, at least with that connection, and it's going to slow down these PaperX players, but where'd you call for? Rotations abound. They're looking to go back into mid, but there's a flank on flank occurring.
This is a weird one. Leaf's going to have to drop his pit.
Jonah P. On the timing. Just missed it. Wasn't on the sightlines. Device spotted out. The pit's going to be falling as well. Quick scurry away. They know the B's open now for the taking.
Might be a timing here for Divine at mid.
Just like that, Forsaken as well wants to fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that occasion. Picking up residency.
Horn push back Divine. Forsaken, it's all on him.
38 seconds. Comes down to these kills. What is that? He's so good. Disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around his smoke. Made the B site his den, and there's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again, Forsaken! He can't be stopped! He's walking on bloody water at this point. That's just filthy.
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form he was in at Masters Toronto.
He's getting tagged by bullets left, right, center. He's taking unopportune fights. Like,
he's won the round on his own, essentially, hasn't he? I mean, he gets to kill one bullet valid, ults to the other side of the map, and holds them single-handedly from getting any level of space or plant down. I mean, the way he plays when he's on like this is just utterly remarkable.
8-3.
Something's got the op back in hand. Looking over towards A main again, but this time on a bit more of a passive line.
Yeah.
Not as aggro as he was playing previously. Bit more respect given.
Bit of a bait setup. TP for the information. That's a drone that does tag.
Wow, that's actually through mid.
Still wants to square it for the fight. There's no exit for him. He has to nail that shot. Either side. Shot's going wide. There's an orb to play around. There's no way. There's no way you're going for that. That's far too cheeky. Leaf will punish you for it.
Those are the kind of wild plays that you've got to expect when playing against PaperX.
And it left and around.
Low percentage chance, but he still goes for it. And actually, they're looking to double re-clear into Leaf again on A.
Face your fear!
Michael's going to be sent flying forwards. That is a lovely clearance. Forsaken juts out, and this guy is walking on water at this point. He can do no wrong. Patman, nowhere safe to stand, but he does find a slight pocket to play in, and even adjusting the aim towards the final moments. Jorgamo delivers them back from the brink.
Very
gives
aware.
them a win con.
Super aware, kept his gun out the whole time, ready for those fights.
30 seconds left.
But he still need the flank coming through again here. PaperX putting such a premium on that. And Jing can distract enormously. Still full util and an ult. How are you going to look at Forsaken in the middle of this?
Exactly. Still eyes are trained towards main. That's an off angle to be held to the corner. Showstopper avoided. Good movement straight at him from the side, but again, it's going to be Forsaken revealing his hand from the spot. Jorgamo supplementary with the spam. There's a smoke in his face, but that will be dissipating, and he gives it up for the even fight. Still, shots are going wide. Going wild. With the smoke propped up over towards the top, it's an impossibility. Surely, Forsaken, you can't be winning this. 7 bullets! Oh my goodness! Jorgamo that just about wrangles control of the round.
Incredible round from Jorg. But man, when you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was an inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. You can just tell in the way that the G2 players are playing against him too that they are fearful at times. As soon as the smoke isolates Jonah P, he's cooked in Hook. Ults come online though. Jorg with a huge one. 3 big kills of the 4 he's got on the map. 3 required to convert round 7. And just keep G2 in it.
Sorry to the headphone users for that one.
This has got something on a deep line. Again, you look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing Flash Horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going in that direction. And yet, something still wants to fight it and contest it to try to see if there's a gap. Something I really respect about PaperX's defense. They will try to find gaps in stuff that looks theoretically good.
Always testing.
You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah. Always with that raw confidence in their own aim. To be able to buy themselves a bit of time, get themselves out of some real tricky spots. Shots rattled off down. Cross-6 should have mid here. Something again with this information. Oh, dimensional drift going to be used, and he spots out a multitude of players while he's at it.
No, he's caught everyone, hasn't he?
You see
everybody apart from Leaf.
Back over towards A, everyone but Leaf, and Leaf does collect. And now the triple face as well. Punish onto Jing, trying to offset that disadvantage they found themselves in, and now all the way over towards B. It's up to Patman, he's got that ult in. Salvo's though had to really take the fight and he was forced into it, whether he liked it or not.
Now those peaks I'm not as big on from PaperX. Jing there swinging from mid after something has just seen. There's 4 players in mid. It's going to be so difficult to catch people without guns in their hand there. And then Patman, I think, probably could have played that a little better than wide swinging with an Odin. So this round, not my favorite that PaperX have put together, and it's going to allow G2 to tie things back up 4-4. You often see the attacking teams try to find timings to exec as the defenders use Yoru ult. Because you don't want to just give them the info and exactly where you're playing, but this round G2 just kind of sit back in mid and wait for PaperX to peek into them. It's a bit more like what I was saying used to happen a year ago,
right?
Where G2 would just hold slowly, solidly, and allow PaperX to make the mistakes. It's really tough to make this style work against PaperX now because they make far fewer mistakes and the player form is amazing. I already talked about that on Lotus, where you saw G2 dial up the tempo. But here, maybe because PaperX are playing Corrode for the first time ever in a match, you're actually seeing these kind of mistakes come out. Maybe it is a decent idea for G2 to just slowly be defaulting around the map with guns out.
Yeah. 30 seconds left.
Defensive tag timeout called here by PaperX too to try to stop some of the bleeding because they've only won 1 out of the last 5, and that was an unbelievable round from Forsaken.
Red hot right now. Forsaken, this guy. Picks up the calling duties, doesn't matter for him though. Never has that detraction. I mean, we've got 2 IGLs that I would consider from the fragging variety, but listen, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Valorant sitting near the bottom. It's just that PaperX difference, I think, as well. They've got shooters across the board, all 5 of them, ready to hit back. So it's part of the reason why it's hard to control the pace, like you were saying, against them. You do need shooters right back. Leaf has been doing a pretty good job of that, have to say, have to credit him.
He has. It's a strange game for Leaf, actually, this match so far, because there are moments that will stick in your head of Leaf really messing up.
Right, the kill against Forsaken that he missed.
Yeah, and his lurk on A that he didn't convert as well when he should have done. Oh, that round didn't actually go against him from what I can remember, but actually, the majority of what Leaf has been putting out there has been really solid.
Yeah.
Like I said, dominating the first kill department on Lotus, he was 4-1. And then
just generally racking up a lot of kills against a team that is going to put the test on your aim. But yeah, you've seen a couple of lows, but a lot of highs from this guy. A reminder, he didn't actually have a lot of practice recently. He was out for 5 weeks.
Hospitalized for a decent chunk of it too. Not really getting a time and chance to play the game yet. He hasn't missed a beat stepping back into the seat, so we'll see how this pressure and how PaperX are really going to be able to keep up with most of this. 3 players stacked up towards it. They have the entirety of the pack all grouped up here. Jonah B, shots in the dark through that smoke. Something has been head ripped off. Still got him. There's sighted. There is coverage swinging right round to the corner. The timing has to be perfect, and the clearance is just not there. Jonah B is still delivering, but it goes both ways. PaperX are still in this fight. It's evened up. It's not 2v2. Patman off onto the flank. And now putting the squeeze on Jonah B, leaving that time in for Leaf to collect. Devi in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face. There's a lot of damage done. Dropped down to barely anything at all. Quick tap as well, trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time. Chops the head clean off.
10-2, another big round from Leaf at the top of the scoreboard for G2.
I liked what PaperX were doing there. Lost a player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A-Link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double blast back in off the back of the Paranoia, though, was a nice idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage of the 3v3. And part of that, actually, is because Forsaken didn't clear the corner properly. Steel Garden forced Jonah P to only play with a shorty in hand, but Forsaken didn't clear that box. And now, PaperX dropped onto an eco. Probably going to take even further risks.
Trying to do it. Trying to take fights towards that A main extremity. G2 happy to just let the Utah bleed out of PaperX.
Going for another play here.
They can
fade in the raise.
Dangerous stuff, potentially, especially when you spot these players as damage done. Through the wall. Patman's still alive. Jing going for a peek of his own. Expecting to be not anticipated there.
Chunked down, Jing and Patman, but not eliminated. Still a 5v5. Forsaken keeping a little bit of this control and information towards A main.
Slightest of angles as well if something wants to work with. A lot of bodies going to be trailing towards him now. He's going to get his chance for a fight. Just TP's back to a bit of safety. Trying to hold this one again. It's searching south forwards. The salvos at his feet along with the clone. That is ridiculous! Something! Dismisses them with a wave of a hand, but he needs some help out now. He will be dropped. Jonah P having to trade that one out. Time for taken. Patman from the flank. And heads are rolling. Leaf is gone.
And Forsaken as well, all the way up through B main.
There's two players at G2. They are being picked apart at the seams here. Every single avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT. Sees up and over towards the top. There's a lot of damage done, but as that smoke fades again, the time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much. It's overwhelming against the presence of PaperX. They've got that caliber of players, and it doesn't matter what weaponry they're working with, they will take the fights against you and win it.
This is such a good play from Something. Gets in front of the salvo after already being pushed back by double flash and a haunt, and he buys an enormous amount of time for the rotates to come through. Forsaken, I told you, was already on that aggressive angle at A.
That's what we need, brother.
He got around into B main based on the distraction of his teammates. Encircling G2 and punishing them for not having a real sentinel in the comp.
It's been constant.
Yeah, they have. They've been trying to get that flank going all the time, haven't they? One away from getting the Armageddon online for Trent. PaperX fighting down mid, Something with an op. He had a bit of a quiet game, but that round giving him a bit of confidence, and now he's going for the walkabouts.
There's no way. This is such risky business.
There should be double drone in his face as well. It should be hard, actually, for Something to play this defense side.
It's a game of reactions. It's a game of reactions! Of which Something wins out. A lot of damage done in the process, but how do you win against the operator in his hands?
And he's gone so deep there, he's found the timing before the drones.
Wall is heard, wall is heard. Patman realizing there's a gap in the play. Forsaken wasn't quite holding it, and that timing was taken. Evened out, though, with a kill onto Leaf.
He might think that he's trapped them all in the choke.
Players drifting in as well from the side. This is an angle as well, Something counting for it. Sees the barrels. Damage done, though. Instantly there with a trade, nevertheless. Jonah P did do that damage to Forsaken. 2 left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping as G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out into the open. PaperX not giving them an inch, though.
The double fake tap has stopped Something from getting on a really aggro line. Now he starts to creep forwards.
Comes down to heroics. Jorg very much alone when he's holding this one. Crouch down, satchel overhead. Needs some help to bail out as well. The timing is going to be, has to be picture perfect. Picture perfect! What a spray down a transfer! And Something with the util out! It's Jorg about to punish. G2 leading by the 1.
A rare moment there where it's actually a PaperX player with util in hand getting caught. Some monstrous big rounds coming out of players on both teams to keep their team dead even in this game. It does feel like Lotus again. A big recovery from G2 actually. They're the team winning more of the gun rounds. And 6 on the attack side of Corrode does feel really strong. Only one player to defend on A. A 4-player stack Forsaken's called to start this B round. He's the only one home to fend off G2.
It's a lot potentially thrown at him now. Looking for the A split, but just Jorgenmore going through that link angle. Armageddon's going to be paving a way to success. Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgenmore has all this space now for the rest of his team. Wall up on top of it, something's going to be answering him back immediately. Nightfall, Dimensional Drift, there's a potential timing to be taken as those Qs are cut away. Something could really be looking to punish. The weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper, he wouldn't sit around. Jing is straight in and through. Tip of the spear for him, and something not anticipated. Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad scurry, it's a mad dash through mid. The Dubai left to punish, an instant shot and answer back, but it goes both ways. 6-6, just like that.
And just like Lotus, what a first half here of Corrode. We didn't really know what to expect. First time we've ever seen PaperX play on this map. Only the second time for G2 with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
One enemy remaining.
The pace that these two teams are coming at each other with is just unbelievable, and Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. Shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal. And it's taken heroics on him, to be honest, to drag it 6-6. G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6 in level, because early on, at the beginning of this map, it was looking like all PaperX off the back of this guy right here.
Yeah. Take a look at the Coinbase Eco report. I think Forsaken might be the only player shutting the Leaf down.
Yeah.
That's 758 damage to the guy. But what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favorites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. We had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favorite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well, it's exciting to watch, it's fast-paced, it's aggressive, they've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just making decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best, right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We can only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see, potentially, map 3. So far, this series has been delivering beginning to end.
Now this round, a very slow, cautious one for PaperX, taking a little bit of beat control, while Forsaken pressures elsewhere. And all picked up from Jing. I mean, this immediately starts some of the rotations from coming through, because you see that the Raze was the one who picked up the ult orb. So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main, you're thinking, well, that's where they're going to finish if they exec in the next 30 seconds. And that little piece of info now allows PaperX to hit a weaker A site if they can get through Jorgenmore.
He's hard committed. There's no gate crash to get him out here. Some of the angle to be watched for. They lost mid control in the process. Actually, Jonah P was the one to take up domain and presidency there. Quick walk down, Devi being punished. Smokes in the face though, now spells it out. This is going to be leading and landing over towards an A hit now for PaperX. Making moves forwards, that's a kill claim. Jonah P shot in the dark as well through that smoke. It's his head who ends up going down. Paranoia sweeps though, that is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to this. Oh my God! He buys enough time for Forsaken to reinsert himself, get back into the action, get back into the fight. It's all laughs on their side. Another pistol round here for PaperX.
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. And Patman, gotta give him the credit.
No way.
That is ridiculous from Forsaken.
That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
No. I was thinking that paranoia wore off quickly.
Right.
No, it didn't.
No, who does that? You get paranoid, your decision making, not run away, I'm going to run closer to you. So the near sight doesn't matter.
Just Forsaken things.
That is insane split-second decision making.
Double pistol, one now in this map by PaperX. Flipping the narrative completely because G2 won both of them on Lotus. Now on Lotus though, G2 lost the advantage of the first one to a Thrifty that came through immediately after. What a cool pistol round idea as well, just baiting, faking with the fact that the Rays picked up the ult. A lot of prep going into these pistols from both of the coaching staffs. Also, you've got to get through Jonah and Jorg here.
Very deep angle. It's not really the best weapon to work with. Something does his best with it. Just ghost in hand. Knocks the heads off two G2 players. Jorgamo and Jonah P are out for the count.
Really nice dodge of the flash.
Lobbing until forwards here. Ingrained position, not really cleared out with the classics. Might be able to make the most of this one. This is elbow control given up. The plant is down though. 3v3, you got to think the weapons in the hands of these PaperX players surely going to be enough, and Nade's still primed, ready and waiting. The timing is taken just right on that. The damage is still being done though. They can't really deal with these players, and it comes down to a 1v1. It's Trent versus Forsaken. No easy pickup in terms of the weapon, but a stinger is found, salvaged from the midst of all of it, and the body just peeking out! Forsaken loses out!
No way!
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams are going back and forth. Thrifty wins after the fact. It doesn't even matter.
I cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the reswing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've adjusted their brain to deal with PaperX.
Valorant in the same spot as well.
That reswing, there are so few players in the world that would do what Forsaken just did there on that timing, and somehow Trent snaps back to it and hits it mid-range with a stinger. Jing is going for a force by judge, which implies that he's going to pick up the judge again in the next round.
Yeah.
So, double of the same B-exec maybe here? And we get to see some of the attacking theory from PaperX, because if you're going to run a raise on your attack side against Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing. Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Wele or a Neon or something. Not that he particularly does very often.
Oh, here he comes. Yeah, double satchel, straight into the smoke. That was layered down. Almost like an anchor smoke that he wants to play around, weaving in and out. Gives him some cover to play in as well. Puts some uncertainty into the back of the minds of G2. Forces the drone out. Nice and early. That's walking up with it as well. Not to reveal the hand, but does get the reveal off still. Plant down for PaperX.
Not very much space in the post plant though.
Never want to count them out though. Salvos. At least just a one saved for this moment. Jonah Pido deals with Divine. He was going for a flank of his own. Big ass map, so that Paranoia is going to be riding forwards alongside the flash. Anything to try and push them back still. It's a gun differential at this point. Raining true, and they manage to spot out Jing. No way! Jing claims two!
He ran out of bullets!
Still the damage done. These players are barely alive, just on a shred of HP. And simple towards the end of it, as scary as it looks in the midst.
He went for the ult towards the end, hoping that even with a fraction of HP between the two players, the ult would work. Yeah. I'm finding it hard to criticize. Maybe Alex and Minnie will be losing their minds in the coaching booth. But when you're when you've just been gifted 2 kills inside a smoke like that, and you have your ult online in round 15, third round and a half, I'm not mad about it. You know, you can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PaperX might be able to get a 50 back in the other direction. Something's actually picked up the attack op, so they're not going for another play with the judge and another fast pop round. They're going for something slow, trying to work a pick here with their superstar player. something looking like in best in the world form. Needs a little bit of assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side, had a slower opening here on Corrode, actually. Wasn't dominating. That was Forsaken's job.
Spam coming from the side that Jonah P's on, so something knows that something is up. Gate crash fading away, still on aggro line. Same could be said for Jordan.
Just gets another gate crash up too. And when you have Jorg fighting here, you can afford to stack 3A. Devi, I think, has broadly failed in his job at pushing back Jorgamo on B main.
G2 are ready for a tussle. Come down to the aim though, and shots fired. Oh, that was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia will be, with the respect, forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PaperX, but the salvos are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Still being bled out of this G2 squad. Nade rebounding, second wave of salvos. Seas does connect again. It's all meant to try and slow them down, but again, not much left in the tank here for G2. It comes down to the weaponry at this point. Gunplay, and how well can you trade each other out? But Satchel's used. Just crouch peeking into it. Jing dismissed readily. Reaction time test. All pays off here for the G2 players. Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
Fundamentally better round there from G2 than what PaperX were up to. They didn't push the aggressive Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong site in the right place on A. And then one of the things I think the G2 have been amazing at on Corrode, even when the map wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the A side. I think they do a great job of playing these nice corners, crossfires,
and using Valent smokes to make it really tough for the attacking team to actually get onto the site. PaperX back down onto a bad buy.
Alan does clear out Jorg from that spot. Again, not so ready to count out PaperX, even when they are on the worst buy. Same idea as when Jing had that judge the first time. Inserts himself into deep smoke, lay it down for him.
I'd like to see them do this on a rifle round because they get into a nice position. This time they're fighting
forwards, yes, into elbow. Oh wow, the Paranoia is only going to be connecting onto the one, only onto the one lead. Has to be that difference maker, but a Reeve swing out Pac-Man. Warden ready for it. Trent is in a sticky spot. The situation here is going to be a bit dire for him, but a flash to try and set up. Something still hits that. Nightfall. Now Skylar's forward. Something delivering. Hammering out the shots. G2 at the amble in this situation. Big light up from the horns. This is all going their way. Chaos is where PaperX thrive.
A MasterCard 50 again in this series. So many of them. And this time, it's this guy on your screen, Something. Turns the flash. He knew that something like that was coming towards him. Turns it, deals with Trent, then catches the kill onto Jorg, who's holding the angle. And Jorg is ready for it.
But Something's a little quicker. Sometimes you watch this guy and it feels like he can do no wrong. But that was a pivotal one to get PaperX back into this map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B exec, don't look amazingly strong. The B exec, though, does look difficult to deal with. I think you've got to be putting somebody in a position where they can sit inside that smoke. Getting someone in a spot where they can fight B main if Jing's pathing isn't in that direction. But if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it and wait for Jing to land on your lap.
The tough thing, I mean, listen, the tough thing about that is you are going to be contesting with a shotgun.
Yep.
So, yeah, sitting down and maybe buy a shotgun of your own.
You could
hold a shorty out if they do blue smoke up.
Buying a shorty is a nice idea because then you're not ruining yourself if they go for a different type of hit. But these are, you know, we're talking about this. We've got full information.
Sure.
We've got time to sit here and not have to think about our own game and our own role to spitball ideas. These guys on both sides are having to live react to new things that they're seeing being thrown at them here on Corrode. Because PaperX, you've never seen tape on what they've been playing. You've never seen these kind of site execs come through before because no one else does stuff like that. And for G2, no one else plays their comp either. So PaperX have got one VOD of the way that G2 play this. And a couple of days of practice during those off days between groups and playoffs.
Critical bit of rest. Both teams happy for it. Bit of spam on either side here, straight down mid. Jorgamo gets a bit of info as well, just before the gate crash expires, so it goes both ways.
I think he's noted 3 players in mid there. But it doesn't really tell you what side they're going to end on, so a 2-1-2 defense for G2. What the...
There's no way. What is that by Forsaken?
Well, he definitely didn't think the trend was there. I'll tell you that one for free.
Punish for it.
Well, that's your solo smokes player going down. With a minute still on the clock.
Something now committing an ult.
They're going to have to dig themselves out of this one.
2 players spotted. They catch him spawn as well, but he's going to be loose for the ult, forcing the reclearance here, and respect by G2. All of A is open as a result of this. The pressure coming his way. Making it feel like it could have been that B split.
Literally 5 players all reacting to that ult, and now G2 realize what a mistake they've made. PaperX not only have the site, but can now get into really deep positions. You're going to have to clear so many angles and corners, maybe even a mid-lurk.
Long rotation times as Thorns in through CT. Flash as well.
This could be how PaperX win a 4v5, another 4v5.
Big ults on the side of G2 though to potentially clear this one out. See if they choose to use it. Smoke off onto elbow. Thorn's going to be deaded off. Sees, connects. They see that. The trail points it out. Jing rebound. The salvo as well. He's out into the open. Patman trying to help out as well through mid. Looking down this avenue. He knows where most of the ire is coming from. Devi shuts him down. 1, 2, 3 shots. He's looking for that fourth. His team helps him out for it. Sublime stuff from Devi.
Looking incredible there with the aim and the reaction times. Nothing that G2 could do about that. So focused on dealing with Jing on the other corner. A wider swing from Jorgamo. When you watch this, because the reactions are so fast from Devi, it just looks like G2 are not even attempted to trade each other. But that's one of the best teams in the world at trading right there. In fact, by the numbers, the best team in the world at trading each other. And Devi's just made them look like noobs.
9-9. Big ult expended as well. Jonah P. Snapping to the side. Still wants to really gear himself up and try and take that fight, but his own head that gets ripped off in exchange for it. Traded. PaperX now speeding up towards A. Making us feel like a full-on hit, which it seems like it is. The spike is making its way over into that direction. Slowed down, though, by the salvos. G2 trying to buy themselves time to get back in. Paranoia. It's the one wave of things. Tap of the plant. Another wave of util. Salvo's doing a lot of damage, and a flash on top of it. Cheaper weaponry in the hands of G2. Still, they might be able to make the most of it. And Leaf is going to get his chance now to really show up. It's a reaction time test that he just does not pass. PaperX now. They have that open avenue. They're going to be jumping on it.
Jorg and Trent trying to head them off, but I don't think they're going to be fast enough here.
That angle is just filthy from Forsaken, man. You don't expect him to be up here. He's so creative. Up like a bird.
It really is. I think they've dealt with the danger now. Finding that kill onto Leaf was like opening a release valve. All of the pressure dissipating, and PaperX now taking the lead on this map. A couple of really important rounds here that they've put together. And PaperX have such a nice idea on their eco rounds. You see G2 close down onto a Thrifty. Can't quite find it. Still some big ults as well for PaperX, especially Device.
Pokemon looking to go down to the spike here, but Patman, they clean them up instead. And you're right, I mean, the idea is still being put together on either side here, but it's PaperX now with the lead by 1, 10-9.
Good trade on Jonah. Just making sure that he's not able to get a second in that kind of spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just don't expect him to be up there.
It's amazing that PaperX can be so late to Corrode in terms of ideas that they're showing, and yet still very innovative.
I think they patch it over with just their game sense. Being able to find the right moments as well to take those peaks, and the aim on top helps out. That is an operator in the hands of Jorg, though. Forsaken gone, your smokes player down and out from the count.
Big adjustment here from G2 using Paranoia early. Getting the op onto a deep line as well. So now PaperX are going to have to slowly try to re-clear over towards A with their Fade utility. Meanwhile, G2 can start adjusting and spread back out into a normal defensive setup. And actually, these players over towards A haven't heard anything going on towards A main. So the drone comes out, confirms presence towards B. And it's on Trent and Leaf to try to hold.
Still guarded. It's not going to be overlapping most of this one here still. Players trying to hold this one down. And Leaf intentionally maybe even just getting caught into this one, but he does shut down Jing nevertheless. He was vulnerable up. the classic makes short work of him. Holding on to that elbow control. It's a critical element, G2. It went wrong for them in the past with these B hits.
A 3v5 again. PaperX have been winning these.
Position is something in it. Gonna be filthy stuff. Still, Dimensional Drift should clear him. Spotted out here. 2 players now noted, making comms noted to the team. And in through that smoke as well, just pings as they exit onto the ult. It's all coming out from that link angle. It's up to something. And Pac-Man, can they punch a hole through this one? Flipped on its head. Spike being diffused, stuck all the way. The coverage is inside for G2. They got bodies on bodies here. Ready to fight to the bitter end, and they bring it level now, 10-10.
Those are the kind of rounds that Josh will have been talking to them about at the end of Lotus. How losing those player advantage spots was letting the map slip away from them. This, very disciplined. A utilization of an ult as well, by the way. Jorg choosing to use this one and got tons of information and a kill there, as you pointed out, onto Divide. And then so many bodies to stop Pac-Man. And something doing anything towards the end. 10-10. Leaf with an ult and a judge to play inside of, but might get run down on B.
There's a lot of presence coming towards him. Has to take a timing past that corner. They know exactly where he is. There's spam coming through. Decay down, seized up into a spot.
How has he lived? The nade and the seize looked so good. He's got 2 HP.
Barely alive. It's long range as well. Supplementary utils. 1 salvo used by Trent to try and help him out, so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the PaperX coaches, you're thinking, man, that is so unfortunate. We played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
There's no walkabouts here. There's so many angles to contest and account for. This is ridiculous stuff. He's straight past it. I mean, Divide.
And not even punished.
Yeah, not expecting it a little trade in sight because Jing's got the judge.
Jing 1 away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to play for A main.
Making moves now towards A. That's a shot to the head, though. The wall just saving Valen in a spot like that, and still, Jonapie squares up. TP up to mid, Forsaken.
Yeah, this is bad. They're pinging out towards it. Jorg is looking for it with an op in spawn.
Yeah.
But Trent is actually really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back. He's feeling the heat now. He's turned up all the way. What is that? Shots are fired and elbow control still maintained. These players starting to flood in their way through. Jing has an ult to work with. 2v4. Looking for another kill, I think, to really set the pace and maybe given that allowance to use it. It's not going to be quite the case, is it? Trent is on top form. Holds back the onslaught that was from PaperX.
That's a monster round from Trent. The shots he hit as well are spectacular flips. Leaf, lucky to survive at the start of the round. Jonah going walkabouts, really got a read on how to defend A and find timings past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic. Winning 3 separate 1v1s with a Vandal at close range. Open eye. And giving his team the lead. Jing, though, did get that showstopper up, does have the judge, same B exec, looking like it's going to be run here again.
Play. Leaf is not in a spot to really contest this one, but he's found a pocket to play in. It's his own smoke that's bloomed and blossomed the showstopper. Not finding any marks, bit of clearance is needed here, but they don't expect this. Horns over, Forsaken, not getting the read on it. The top of the plant, TP behind, TP behind! It's all down to this, and the shot. Okay, judge in the hands, it's all chaotic. What a crazy round! Could have been anyone's game there. It is traded. Now to Nightfall, it's going to be scattering. Ults on ults to try and find this. Jing presses forwards. There's an advantage to be found. And he's hunting it out. Pouncing on the chance. Full control in towards Link. And they've given up elbow as a result of it. But PaperX still ingrained. Good positions to be held. Just comes down to the shots. And with something missing that one, Valen, he might have just opened this up for them. It's a 3v3. Try lays it down at least without flash. Shots and fights all going their way. Jorgamo tries to get it done. But not fast enough. PaperX level it out, 11-11.
They were very set up in that post-plant scenario at the end there. Absolute chaos. Love the idea from Lee. Really sneaky player. But that teleport bent his brain, and he couldn't quite find the trade there. Or rather, the second kill. Jing did get the trade. It's this final play towards the end, actually, though, in the 3v3 that wins it out for PaperX. I believe it was Divine setting up his post-plant flash. Allowed him to get the kill onto Valen and the others too. 11-11, again, exactly like Lotus. A 6-6 half into round 23, dead even again.
Teams could not be more even. Taking chunks out of each other in the process. Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
What a teaser. The execs have been working. Why switch it up? Why change it? PaperX send it flying forwards here with dimensional drift from something to try and at least pave the way. Clears out most of the site. Gives him that info. The rest of his team can just walk into the fight now. G2 looking to play that retake. Spike down, gearing up. Refine into elbow. A lot of Util flown forwards here. Jorgen's going to be caught though, near-sighted. Worrying predicament that he could be placed in. The drone needs to be dealt with onto the side here. But the fight, brute force, no way! Forsaken! Caught out into the open there, tried to take the TV behind him to be that dagger in the back, but punished as a result. The pick could be exactly what G2 needed. The flood, the avalanche, now it's all falling to pieces, and it's going to come down to the individuals again. Divine and something, they have to do it all, and it leaves it down to just something. Jorgamo with the defuse, stuck all the way. He knows there's safety now. Surrounded by his comrades. It's G2 up to 12.
And the script from Lotus flipped on its head. G2 get up to map point. That stick into spawn. Jonah P, I think, is so aware to be able to catch what kind of play, what kind of absolute insanity Forsaken is up to next. And this time the flash from Divide, watch for, and they weren't caught in the same way by those. Divide's actually coming into this round with no armor, deciding to force up into it while Leaf picks up a Judge, holding really close. It's the B exec again, maybe, or just fighting for the space early on.
This time though, G2 are ready for it. Will it be OT? Will it be map 3?
A bait and switch over here. Looks like a really nice adjustment. When the boom bot's broken that early on, though, warning signs, alarm bells should start to ring in the heads of PaperX.
Yeah, there's never been that much pushback early on before.
Absolutely. Now, they have played around where Jorg just got posted on B and it let them triple stack on A, but this time, of course, because Leaf is tucked in this corner, you can't get 3 players stacked on the A side.
Something's found the timing in through Link. They think mid's clear, I think, from the drone. So, yeah, this gets taken down. One away from the ult, could be pivotal. Jing ends up getting a kill. They're not shy. Now starting to get a bit of a move on. Satral's forwards as well. It's all on Jonah P. It's a nade at his feet, a flash on top of it. The Salvos to try and help him out. Again, that util comes in handy. C's laid out on top of it. Again, the second wave of the Salvo. All an attempt to punish. 2 players being caught and collected. 30 seconds left, and it's going to come down to the gun duel. It's going to come down to it here and now. Across the map, kills it, collected, and claims it. It does even it up into a 3v3. Armageddon, plant down, Patman with a full commit. Does he get a full stick? And he can't escape it. Goes down with the ship, but it might just be all G2 sailing into Ascent to bring us all the way. Something is going to have to go huge. Planted for him. A flash dodged and avoided. Jorgo puts his body on the line. This played perfectly. Something. You can't be doing this to them. A tap from Trent trying to pull him out into the open once more. But it's all. God damn something.
That is a monstrous clutch. Something's just won a 1v3 to push them to overtime.
The way he's played that in the finer moments. Isolating the fight.
God, that's incredible. His ability to ISO once in that spot is immaculate. He sees the jump peak and he just swings to his right, knowing that Trent is going to come out after Jorg. I mean, that is why people are talking about him as the best player in the world.
And he's on his feet.
Of course he is. G2 thought they were going to Ascent. Got some more Kuro to play. Might be going to the lower bracket.
That's going to put a sour feeling at the bottom of your stomach if you are G2.
I mean, those are the kind of moments that stop G2 from being able to lift a trophy in Bangkok. It's that kind of stuff.
Heroics, clutches. The mechanics on display. Quick thinking across the board for PaperX here. Now will clear out the spots, so something again, we'll have to respect this one.
Divine was solo anchoring on B quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it. He was contesting space, trying to fight people as they got in.
Divine saved his wall for after the clone. He's just put it down.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea. He was catching them a lot on Lotus. Good adjustment.
No signs of life.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yeah, place down again. Have to be baited out, or you just move over it as a pack. 3-2-1 TP up towards the top. It's a full exec that's called for, but that flashes everything. Divide finds it in through the side. The trades on top. Jonah P still trying to play it forwards and not expecting that something could be on that corner. Lucky to be alive in a spot like this, but the paranoia is perfect once more. Forsaken is going to lay claim to the site, and how does this team survive?
It looked for a moment like something might be denied by the Prowler in his face. But a player that's just pulled off a 1v3 gets another triple kill to push PaperX up to match point. Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plank go down. Flashes raining in, constant pressure, constant disruption onto G2. And the coaches hit the panic button. It's not just strategic adjustments at this point. It's also the mental. You thought you'd won this map. You thought you had it.
Yeah.
And now you're having to play for your life in the upper bracket. One more round goes against you, and you are in the alligator pit. There are 4 teams playing today, Brent, that people really highly rate. PaperX and G2, later on you've got a great match between Fnatic and DRX. One of those teams could well win the tournament. One of those teams must go out in last place in playoffs. That's just how the bracket works.
Yeah.
So, could it be either of these teams? It's almost unthinkable.
It ramps up the tension all the way if you go out here. At this point,
are just nasty that you're going to have to face. And if you want any chance of winning the trophy, if you lose this match, you've got to make a full lower bracket run.
Yeah. Doesn't get easier. To drag it back all the way to the bitter end. G2, they are just trying to survive in this spot here. Yeah. Their minds are drifting over towards Ascent, thinking that they were going to be playing on that, and they need to lock in to the here and now. Just one more round will do them in.
The defensive play over towards A has been really nice. Jonah P's had such a great balance of playing the aggro and dropping back at the right times.
Sniper aggro stuff that, PaperX.
Feels like a fake though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
2 players waiting outside B, Spike starting to go in that direction, something putting max pressure on, drawing 3 defenders over towards the A site, and starting their bunker defensive protocols really early.
Moving over. Trying to re-clear this one, but all the players of PaperX are grouping up over towards B. Twisting the tail that they're weaving, and now they're sending it flying forwards. They reveal their hand. It's up to Zoltamo. Can he try and put a stop to it? King stops. Finally there, but out wide into the open. His shots need to land, and land they will! It's all on Leaf, on his shoulders. He's given that open avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
A 2v5. PaperX have been amazing at winning when they've been down players, but not this heavy.
No, a spot like this when a spike is in enemy territory. G2 have persevered. Unless absolutely everything goes wrong. But from the way it's looking, very unlikely.
Constant smokes being refreshed in their faces.
Leaf has contact. As soon as he takes it, the players are going to swing out.
Still a lot of util available as well. Salvo, sorry, not Salvo, the stun, double flash.
Gonna skip past this. Just leaves it to Divido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling down. Bodies reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They want to survive.
That was such a nice idea from PaperX as well, actually. I love what they called there. Putting early A pressure forced G2 to triple stack A, drop into really passive defensive positions, and it opened up this massive gap on the B side where it looked like it was only Leaf home. And yet Jorgamo teleports just in the nick of time.
Nice round, Nate. You're insane, bro. You're insane.
Did you catch actually what Alex said there? He said we could have just walked in. The whole game plan is to open up the B site, and so he wanted his team to contact maybe even into that spot. Look at this clash.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage, the edge onto Kuro between 2 of these teams that have been so damn evenly matched. Paranoia sweeps, Salvo on top of it. Damage being done, but it's just tickling their feet, and a Salvo. And it's all is on Leaf.
How's he got 3?
Where has he found that? The timing to be taken up mid. And he thrives underneath it.
Another huge numbers advantage for G2. Devi looking like the only player that could put a stop to it. They're going to go back into his kind of position. No, they take the safer rotate. Back fully through spawn. And not even making any noise. Trying to give as few sound cues, informational cues as possible to PaperX. Relying on the fact that they're playing as a pack. Got to see that lead triple kill in a replay. He's just taking a fight over towards A-Link, but he got there so fast.
Had to be knife out. Just taking the timing from all that presence of PaperX, trying to push back.
And PaperX are playing mid pretty softly on the defense side. In fact, you could argue both teams are. Both teams allowing the attackers to take a lot of mid control. And in the late round, in the post plan, PaperX have actually been pushing like this. To G2 think about it, because otherwise things could get sticky here.
Onto the flank, Jonah P is inserted. He will be that first line of defense. Grouped up here, Patman and Devi trying to make the most of this situation now, but Keen's clean, and unfortunately, first one not going their way. Patman even just revealing his position, and immediately you can see the G2 players scurrying forwards. Jonah P trying to buy time and try and take that fight, but really ready to trade off that. As an ult turns up, Nightfall now scatters, gives a confirmation, one player spotted. He doesn't know where Valorant is, Horn even broken. Time ticking away, trying to really ISO those fights out. G2 though had it completely under their control. And once more they find themselves on the cusp of map point, on the cusp of potentially bringing this one to Ascent. There's those kills.
What a triple kill from Lee.
What?
Something was just going back to pick that up. In the back of something's mind, he's thinking there's a little timing through mid here, but he's a tad late to it, and Leaf strikes. 22 kills, 3 players. Absolutely cooking for G2, keeping their team in things. Forsaken's pulled out an attack Odin against Jonah P's defensive Odin here.
Potential for a bit of counter spam. Doing it most of the time here. Paranoia sweeps on either side. That handshake at a U-turn, but as soon as Jonah P reveals a fire, it could be going straight back at him. It's a drag fight that's being taken. Jing thought he was set up for success there with a fight potentially, but now it's all gone a little bit wrong here for PaperX.
It's such a nice ante because Jonah's been tanking the Haunt on the site, but Jing just went too early.
Strong clearance through, Valen off to the side as well, holding it down at an avenue of his own. And he attempted a trade, it's just not in sight here. You should be going to Ascend, this is just a bloodbath and a blend that these players are being pulled into. Forsaken does at least collect the one kill. Spike in his hands. Players rapidly approaching.
If anyone could pull the magic out, it would be him.
1v3, he's got to try and find his players and see if he can collect the kills. It's all Valen though, puts him in the grave. And send us all the way to Ascent, a map 3. Could we have it any other way between these two teams? They have brought the very best out of each other.
It's looking amazing out here, really, isn't it? PaperX and G2 firing back and forth, so many different map points, even match points for PaperX. Ascent awaits.
Yo, Forsaken, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but look, skincare routine, let's go. Nice, boys. I'm sorry, Nate, I took the A's today, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nate, I took all the bullets for you. Nice, let's go. Hey, Trey, you don't get the freebies, but you get the impact. I get the random ass fucking hard ass kills. Trey would have died and then been like, bro, I don't get any freebies.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back. I guess you know what I've been looking for.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. And as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K!
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby!
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
防得到就另外一回事，像冲起来的时候都是想到。
你想不到还会送环刺冲。 在身。我的sunset 就是希望。算了，sunset。升的话输。升直接输。升 heaven 都输。抓起一个上去抛飞。我要看他体重，我体重。哪怕差我他妈的。
All right, everyone, welcome back. And look at that. We got G2 picking up the win. But goodness gracious, it took everything for them to be able to get that one. I mean, it was kind of the story in map 1, and we just had that story continue here in map 2. What were your major takeaways from this?
Kind of what we expected for today, but those last rounds, Leaf completely came alive in the overtime, granted to a certain extent the victory for G2. On the other side, PaperX, even something getting to overtime, but I think that to me the turning point started right at the beginning of this second half. We have that 6-6, right, like on the previous map. And we do not know what is going to happen, but to me, this is the, we made a plan that it actually worked, and it was actually after this that Trent got a brilliant play, and he just decided that, I think it's the eco that they win after this, that Trent got, and obviously started the rolling for them. But yeah, I think that we got a little bit of the same that we saw on map 1, but G2 actually learning from some of these mistakes. There were so many rounds that were an absolute mayhem.
Yeah, and you know, you can see it in that track too, right? Even though they were able to pick up that first round, you got 3 immediately for G2 in that situation in the second half. And then from there, they just continued to add on to it. But you did have PaperX really inching their way back into this game, which is why we ended up going to that OT. But one of the players, though, that you got to highlight is Jonah P. I mean,
absolutely.
He was
pushing from the defense, getting the picks with so many tools that G2 had to play with. It was actually him. He participated in 9 of the opening fights just on the defense. Just from the defense. This man, with all the flanking coming from PaperX, it doesn't matter if it's something, if it's Forsaken, he was on top of everything.
I mean, this play was,
just walked it back.
That one, you know, his shot was just so clean.
So many of them.
He really has been finding success. I think Pansy was in the back. We were talking about, you know, the teams and stuff, and she was like, you know, Jonah P, what more can he say about it, right? The guy is just, you know, it's like her, like, secret weapon for the team.
Yes.
And he always has been. The professor always finds his mark, and Jonah P just continues to just impress.
But it is easy for a player in his role to just fall a little bit into the oblivion, as in, yes, it's utility, we see the Prowlers, we see the Hunts, we see all of the Ceases that we're seeing, of course, coming in from both of the teams, and we see the effect that he keeps having on every game, playing the Odin, doing all the disgusting things, and playing it to perfection.
Well, look, G2, right, they're feeling good. They picked up a massive win, but we want to know what's going on in the G2 camp. What's going on with the comms? We got Mimi standing by.
Yeah, thanks very much, GB. I was listening in to G2 for most of that map, and it's always an affair when you're playing against this PaperX team. They are so tough to deal with. They're always trying to dictate the pace. And the thing that stuck with me the most was the demeanor for G2. This is a team that, despite how fast PaperX wants to play, they were always trying to slow things down and keep the comms very calm and intentional. And I think they really achieved that goal. When you listen to this team play, you can see the experience both individually and as a squad. They do a great job at, well, having clear ideas within the chaos, using a lot of brevity to convey that and to just keep calm under that high pressure situation. A big factor in map number 1 was losing the player-up situation. It was 2 5-on-3s. The key rounds that G2 lost to let that first map slip. Here, you can see how intentional Alex and the team were at keeping that under control. I want to specifically applaud Leaf, who was having a great game individually, but was also always keeping a very clear mental picture of what his opponent was trying to do and helping to relay that to the team. It was a great start for G2. They put it to map 3, but Paper Rex, always a tough team to put down. We'll see who can finish this one off when we head to that map 3 and when you check back in with the analyst.
There was something very important that Mimi was saying, and she was speaking about Leaf. I love the fact that he is playing on B, especially when you're playing against a double duelist, because he can actually use his molly and has easier fights for him. So he's even in the small adaptation. But Alex, we've had 13-11, 15-13, and now we're going on the last map. We have not seen G2 play it in the tournament just yet, but
a sense the bread and butter map. You know, it's the bread and butter map. It's the map that everyone knows. It's been around for so long.
I'm down for some chamber action. I'm always down for some chamber action, so I really hope that they don't change the call.
I wouldn't be mad about that. I think that actually would be kind of cool, you know, especially considering that, you know, we have seen Chambers effectiveness. I was seeing it, you know, quite a bit in the Americas region, right? We were getting a few Chambers in play. So maybe that will be the case here as well, as you had mentioned, right? They have run that before. That is a thing that G2 likes to run. I know Baby Bay was the one running it for them prior, but then they had slotted in.
Oh, I thought you told me they were going to sub him in. I was getting more excited for this.
I mean, look, I love Dre to death. That's my boy. But if I see Dre walk up on that stage, I'm going to be like, what the hell is going on right now? All right, here we go. Let's see what we get here, and you were right about the chamber. We got that on the other side for Paper X, so we got that Sage coming in there. Maybe can cause some problems. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were speaking about the Sage and the Bastard coming into the tournament, how she can be different. Probably we were thinking more in the hands of Davai, but I want to see him shine. I think that in the first map, he was one of the catalysts of them managing to get the win, but I saw him a little bit missing on this second one. For the side of G2, with the amount of Deco that Trent has played, I hope that, I mean, definitely knows how to drone. I'm going to be paying attention to the rest of the lineup.
A lot of control on that Paper X side, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of control. You got that Sage lockdown sites. You have that Vice to lockdown sites. Curious to see, though, how G2 break through this and, you know, try and, you know, play to those advantages while keeping the comms calm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to try to, I want to see a G2 that is still going for those kind of plays. I think that Joe has been excellent throughout the tournament. Here again, he just needs to triple down on it.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. Let's get map 3 underway. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Could we have it any other way between these two teams? Map 3 is it's double Sentinel versus double Sentinel. You're seeing a lot of head-to-heads being made manifest here. The Duelist is something, and Jorgamo going to be battling in that Yoru head-to-head. You've also got their own little twists, I suppose, as well on the double Sentinel comps that are being played. Leaf on the Chamber. Can he have that continuation of form from that last map where he was such a heavy hitter?
He's been outrageous in terms of their opening kills as well. He's 9-1 in the match so far in terms of first kill to first death. So Leaf is absolutely someone to keep your eye on. Paper X, though, with this composition, they struggle on the attack side. They need to put together an incredible defense, which means pistol rounds like this, mighty important.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players looking down the mid as well for that peak. Expecting Leaf to be down there, but he's also done the damage just before he's gone down.
Technically another opening kill.
Exchange on either side. You can immediately see Paper X are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
Got the wall placed down over here as well towards Catwalk, so it's going to stop any potential pivot. You know, you cancel a B hit. Normally you want to go up through something like Catwalk. Well, that's not really available to you, at least for the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player controlling over towards A main, so you've got to be slightly concerned that some nutcase on Paper X could have gone walkabouts in A main, because they're the kind of team that does that.
Could be the case. They're also going to be walking straight into Dawn's laid down early. Jing with 2 slows.
Absolutely. It's about whether or not he can get them off in time, though. G2 could push him. Force him to keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back. One's in Jenny.
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's coming.
Jump with a tag. He knows he's there. Jorgamo tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness is going to miss just for Jing in that. Still players are starting to look to see if they can float all the way back in with that frenzy. How the hell does Jorgamo get this value?
He's so good with it.
Too controlled, man. Something Forsaken now, having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid, something already going to be picking off. Jorgamo. He's gone in a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an in that PaperX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see. Gets going. A lot of damage being done. That is so precise in terms of the shots. And Trent has to reveal his position. The dart drifting overhead here. Something. Still delivering these shots. My God, what a monster he is.
Untouchable on pistol rounds, it feels like recently. The Ghost in hand delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one, maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s, because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second. Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible. Aim with the Ghost. To be able to carry them through. And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far. It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big pistol round to get because PaperX have struggled a little bit with this composition.
Good an eye as well on the angle that Leaf loves to play. Very aware. They've done their homework.
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Yeah. Going to be the one controlling A main early, so a bit anticipated and already going for the quick cleanup up towards B main, ensuring that there's no players who can slip past that one. Still, nasty shot by Jonah P to return. That's something he was expecting a different angle.
Something
is looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. I'll make it slightly easier to deal with PaperX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here onto Jonah P. And Trent.
Yeah.
And PaperX deal with them fairly easily. PaperX have so many tools to be able to work with on this defense side, but for whatever reason, they haven't looked perfect with it in the times that we've seen them running this comp. If they tighten it up though and they put together a great defense half, that'll change the narrative on Ascent quite a lot. Normally the way that G2 like to play though is that they get Leaf onto deep angles over towards, you know, fighting B main or fighting Catwalk, fighting Market. These 3 areas of the map are crucial. They also like attack op with Leaf playing their guard.
A lot of early util denied on the side of G2, but the drone wasn't. So Leaf has managed to slip himself into a more forward approach. Clone beats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of cat control there without a smoke. Actually getting deep onto this line. And they've set Leaf up to take a fight over towards, you know, deep spawn Market, something like that.
It's all the way in. Very wide face. Good adjustment by Jaw, but he oversteps himself. Jing's going to be putting him in his place still. An awareness there from Patman, still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found it. Targets are toppling, and now Devi is going to be the one under that pressure. He's going to try and hold them back now, just with that stinger. See now, but as he's placing the util, that's a pretty poor timing to be taking. Leaf running a mockery of it right now. This seems to be aware of the fact Jing does return that fire, but he's got the rifle and he's looking to get out while he can.
To save this rifle. Jing looking like he doesn't want to take the 1v3. Just playing his life in this kind of spot. So a round expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PaperX. It wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. You know, the pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main, looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PaperX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
Best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PaperX have historically enjoyed playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many of them on this map.
To throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on Ascent of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah, it's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an ult, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so it gets a clearance into A main. Though, lay it on top of one another. The presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attack side rounds of G2, so he might choose to do the same. His gate crash fading. Not too worried about it though. He can even use his own ult as a bit of an exit strategy if he gets caught there. He's going peeking past me.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it. Doesn't care. PaperX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's looking to punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but time just goes a little bit wrong. That's a shot to the knee.
It's actually through the wall.
Through the wall.
And probably to the
One help is what Trent's working with here, trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there, he answers back. Damage was done. Potentially just a half armor, but something is punished nevertheless. So we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying without Dimensional Drift to trying to clear up most of this one. Does spot Devi through the back, pings across the board here. Wall's going to be tripped out. Jorgamo. The contest here. Tangle with Devi. 1v1 onto the side, that could mean absolutely everything. Still, they haven't dealt with him, and he is drifting in. They're really taking this fight together. Devi, the chance. That's all it will remain as well. He's going to be sent straight back. So spectate now and watch as Forsaken. He's really going to be making a play towards this one, not on a 1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I mean, their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paperbait or Leaf, onto such good positions. Here, Leaf completely countered the play that something was going for. And I think especially against a team that loves to peak on defense, Leaf could just fry. This could be a map where Leaf runs away with things in this half. It's going to have to be something that PaperX are very, very aware of. Because they do love to dry challenge. Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves trying to take a timing and go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his outlaw wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things.
Good lad.
And he's fast enough to get set up right before something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there. A rough jog, but he actually played that really nicely. The Yoru ult, and then the patience to just control the site and keep Devi locked into the back boathouse.
Time out here for PaperX. Adjustments to be made. I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now, but that's off the back of the pistol round win to follow up. For now, G2, when you think of them as a team as well stylistically, I would always say that G2 is kind of favourite play style. Into double Sentinel, you always want to be playing slow, controlled, working the map, trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive. For PaperX, it does kind of slow down, I suppose, those timings, instinctual as they may be for them.
Yeah.
They do like to peek a lot, but when they're playing double Sentinel, the comp restricts them. They don't like to be restricted.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually think that, now we didn't talk about this too much, but I think the map veto is slightly misplayed here by PaperX because in the second round of bans, they got rid of Haven. It's not a map that they enjoy playing, but they're actually really good at it.
Yeah.
And they play Waylay Yoru there, which I think is astoundingly difficult to deal with. And I think that would have been a more interesting question for G2. Do you want to play Haven or do you want to play Sunset? Rather than giving them Ascent towards the end. So certainly if we do see a rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament, this is one area that I expect PaperX would make a change. I don't think they would want to end here. With me having said that, maybe PaperX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half not looking too great, and it only takes a few on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on Ascent.
Flash forward as the play again, trying to take this one with a lot of confidence, but not too much more in terms of follow-up.
Yeah, but he gets one. How does he even get one?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
Okay, but that is one of the only 2 rifles that they had in that round, and that's fairly unrecoverable.
But a quick scope. Missed something.
A lot of respect from Leaf there.
Yeah, still alive. Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. Damage being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall, difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind Devi. I think he'll have heard it. Here. Jorg coordinating a play.
Players gearing up on PaperX's side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face of wall. Onto the wall, it's going to be triggered, still blinded up. That's a near side onto either side, drop it down. Bit of a half clearance, but still they adjust and manage in time. G2 crack open that site. Jiggins going to make a play for it. Still, Leaf has got this one locked. What a shot! It's onto that jump spot and jump peak, but with just the Bulldog. The best weapon for the job.
Spike planted.
Maybe able to give himself something a little bit better, but Jorgamo is going to be hot on his heels.
Had Dubai had a rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round, but G2 another slow, controlled one. PaperX finding it hard to force a fight. They look to try to fight here through tiles. G2 punish. They try to force a fight over towards A main, Gelato area, Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B. Currently, that is the spot that G2 are looking to punish.
I'm coming in, I'm gonna get in there.
All right, op v op now. Not necessarily looking at each other. Leaf instead getting posted in A main. Wine to clear.
TP into Wine. And a double face, that's a quick TP straight out. Jorgamo even with the punish onto the main player. 1-2 combo.
That should be the round. G2 are going to slow it down because they know that PaperX love to flood in, but the drone is going to give them info that the site is theirs to take. And a 5v3. They had cleaned up quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
PaperX immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. We're 2 players down, they've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right weapon for the job. So it is another round, just one off the back of the barriers dropping, kill going their way. G2 are the masters of this style of play.
Yeah, they're extremely good at it. Again, PaperX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2 had to increase tempo. They had to play as fast as PaperX in order to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more, and they get rewarded for it. And here, they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PaperX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series, and it's favoring G2 more and more. This round, Forsaken and Jing looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that, in theory, the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it, and Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing. Great shots hit by both of them as well, to credit the G2 players, but they're anticipating that refight from PaperX and getting onto good lines early. It's all about that. This whole comp, the way that G2 play it, is about getting posted on good angles before your opponents.
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke down, that's going to be layered down by G2. Something tries to take a timing as well. Instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here. Thorns at your feet. Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PaperX. Normally they've been playing B quite passively. Now they're trying to fight it and leaving A to Forsaken, who's been a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode. Both maps. It's been so tough.
Due diligence is there for G2 always. Broken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. His comp does not take space super fast.
Hunter's Fury potentially there. See with a Steel Garden at least to set the pace of this one. Is there any clearance into Wine?
They're not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot. His gun's going to be coming back any moment now, and that's the time to strike. It's Nye. He's going to jump on a chance to pounce. Potentially do some damage to help his team out. The flood attempt in from PaperX, all at the back of the IGL. Valorant's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that. But what a play to make. Just that slightest gap in discipline.
And what an adjustment as well from PaperX to play B aggro and then have Forsaken. Probably your best player on the defense side. Just leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with. G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition to the wide, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do.
Yeah.
they've actually been very good at staying aware of those kind of plays over the course of this match, but this time not quite feeling it. Same defensive setup again here for PaperX. It worked once, why not try it again?
It's got a force in the hands of Leaf as well, so he's going to be quick to punish as well.
Passive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke, though, disrupts this to a degree. PaperX falling a bit further back. The drone save for just this occasion, so it's going to be used to try and get a bit of that mid-round information, but it's broken by Jorg.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Devi would have gone for a little peek there.
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B. It's going to come down to sharpshooting, I think, as well. See which player can put them into the dust soon enough. That is a shot, and what is that? Through the wall, lucky to be alive. The coverage from Devi, it's not quite there. Jogamo had that one entirely covered on that one angle, and something now feeling the heat and that pressure. Res up in through mid. It's pace that's been turned up to a degree. PaperX looking to control this one back down again.
That's a huge ultimate that they just brought back into play. G2 going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
20 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough here.
No time at all. I mean, it's a deep TP by VALORANT, but he's into wine. He's looking to get punished. Forsaken still holding it down. War's going to be going down momentarily, especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down themselves. Leave. All sorts of damage being done, but it's A. That's the problem. Forsaken needs to be dealt with. And this guy is a nuisance. He's in the goddamn walls, but time barely bought.
How have they won this round? It's absolutely insanity.
All the way down to the wire.
Leaf picking off both of those kills with the tour de force through mid. So despite Forsaken's best efforts, he's just receiving no reinforcements. They cut off that supply line so well. And operating within the chaos, because that B split had no hope of success. And to be honest, I thought the scramble over towards A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Forsaken instantly caught Valent, and then knows that the others have to be coming through a Sage wall. He's set up for one of his incredible solo rounds again.
Yeah.
But this time just not quite able to make it work.
Making Leaf go hunt. He's the one with just the stinger. Because anything picks up a rifle anyway.
I did say that Leaf might just dominate this game on the attack side.
It feels like in mid.
Yeah, he's taking over the game. I feel like he's controlling everything right now. He's on every angle.
7-5.
And they can't get past it.
No, you can't trade as well. When a slow kill gets dropped down after the second kill, good luck trying to take a fight against him.
I do think that macro-wise, PaperX had, again, a nice read there. But they just couldn't get it done, couldn't get past Leaf in the final moments to go and help Forsaken. They're still going to have a bye, but their last one, they lose this down to an eco, and G2 with already 5 on the attack. It's starting to look really bad for PaperX. The winners of Masters Toronto might be cast to the lower bracket.
That's a hell of a pit to be dropped down into, but somebody's going to be trying to pull his own weight. Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but G2, they don't care about it. They're going to be taking the fight straight to them anyway. 3 pits all the way up to the line. Devi trying to really see if he can put the hurt onto them again, but that is an instant trade once more. G2, you're playing into their wheelhouse, but this is a round that PaperX, they don't want to give up. So Dimensional Drift is going to be used again to set it forwards. The trademark, oh my god, man! He's everywhere!
He can do no wrong.
And he's dominating so far, round after round. PaperX on the shoulders of Something and Jing. Creeping their way past here. Looking for any sort of sightlines, and they got the wall off into CT. Attempt to try and break it. Leaf still wins it out. It's a 4K for him. It's criminal. Something is scurrying away to try and deny that ace.
They tried to trap him in hell. Tried to deal with the others.
Broke his way out.
Slammed a bullet into his captor. Something is going to escape on this one. We're going to be denied the ace here, but Leaf has essentially done it again.
It's round after round.
It's utterly ridiculous. But I think, again, a lot of credit to G2 too, because they are finding these little gaps around the place. PaperX left A main completely open. This time Forsaken decided to focus on Cap. But in a 4v5, Forsaken starts to be worried about A main, throws a smoke, and G2 find a timing. Leaf leaves a trip, and a player gets slowed down, so he gets a kill off the back of it.
Yeah.
14 kills across 9 rounds. Now the anger's starting to come out. Now the frustration starts to build.
Yeah, I mean, he is. 14 and 5 for Leaf right now. 14 and 5. We've only played 10 rounds of Ascent so far. He's on the attack side as Chamber. Yeah, 9 rounds, I should say. We're on the 10th now.
That's ridiculous. He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round. I mean, not quite a Thanos, but you know,
no, he's up there though.
He's getting there. No, in terms of individual performances, he's been lighting the world on fire today, and I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like he knows where the players are through the walls. He's expecting fights on certain timings,
and I think,
snapping to them.
I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on these PaperX players to make more bold, aggressive plays, and that invites more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah. It's what's got it done in the past, especially those first 2 maps. Big heroics from PaperX. They need a step up now. Bit of a weaker buy here for PaperX, so willing to take more risks with it. And hello, I've seen this one before. Missed one way, playing inside with the Bucky.
Yeah, they normally have a flash and a recon through it though as well. Yeah. They do like to run that one aggro. Something's holding really close to this with an operator on the other side.
This angle not ideal as well, especially when players are lying where you can't hit the adjustment, and the punish is there. For the first time for it, they're just trying to beam these players down with the bullets. They're doing the job anyway. Blind as anything, and it's just a game of just hunting down the minimap. Dissecting the map, it's what G2 do best. Especially with this double sentinel comp, you are right in the wheelhouse. It's going to take timings like this, little plays to be made. But individuality can only do so much against this war machine that is G2.
They are completely in control right now. They're contacting all the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is. And then that protocol to tuck Leaf behind the box so that you double swing catwalk as soon as the smoke drops is really nice. Great control. But they literally just walk down mid there.
Yeah.
And in some rounds, something's going to be fighting it.
I need one! I need one!
Trent is currently 1 and 4. Not that it matters when you're winning, but yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, I just don't get the freebies.
Full Leaf.
Yeah, it's tough to get kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the inside of the map.
Yeah, in his own words, playing with Thanos, so.
Yeah.
Tricky spot. PaperX here with a buy though. They've invested fully into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult, the Hunter's Fury.
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11 and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Yeah.
Flash, recon.
Yeah. Dive on top of it. That's going to be a big reveal onto multiple players looking to try and take the fight forwards. But again, the comp doesn't really suit it. You can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward positions.
Double bait and switch here. That's good damage done though. Forsaken is going to be spamming. Roar into it. A dimensional drift to try and clear most of that corner out. Jing is forward again. Trying to take that fight. You can hear the sound cues. Jonah P is just waiting in thick water. Forsaken's still going to be the one to put the bullet to the dome. And finally a player advantage.
And something fast on the flank. You can play retake in this spot, but Trent's already the playmaker.
Trent trying to slip the net. Oh my god! Straying out with the bullets on either side. Forsaken finds it. Oh, cancelled out. Goes out here. Forsaken trying to sow chaos again once more, but something onto the flank again could just be a nail in the coffin they needed for a round like this. Juggernaut not anticipating it whatsoever. And it's all down to Valen. It's a 1v3. Positions here is playing way out into the open, but bait and switch is perfect from PaperX. Exactly what they needed.
Yeah, fast push on the opposite side of the map. Even losing the Steel Garden in the midst of all of that didn't end up being a massive difference maker. Crazy scenario over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play. PaperX need every round they can though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half and you might have a hope. Alex is looking anxious, stressed.
Both these teams know the win cons as well. This double sentinel comp, when you're losing this many rounds on defense, doesn't bode well. PaperX still can't afford to be disheartened.
Of the op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Wow, it just comes down to it. I mean, there's a flash that doesn't go down. Wait, Forsaken! I should say something still steps up.
That's a crazy repeat from something. Trying to repeat on the angle earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Might take him forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed. A bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for Paper X to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side here for G2. Feels like they could be pushing past it. Disrupts the crossfire setup that they had going on. Paper X might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here. Hunter Fury trying to pave a way forwards again. That TP is going to be cut into the corner. Dodging, juking, maybe even in the midst of all of that. Yes, damage is being done, and with those kills claimed, it goes on either side. Patman finally lets loose with one of his own. But it's a 3v3 that they're going to be playing themselves into.
Flash available for Jorgamo. One for Forsaken as well. This flash recon combo should be quite nice, but Paper X forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped, but no one really anticipating. It's a smoked off position. Forsaken gives away his life. With the slow field drop down at your feet. The options even more limited. Revealed over and over and over again. Damage through the walls. Bled to death. 1,000 cuts here. You might have that heal in the back pocket. But it's a chokehold setup currently going on. It's going to take just raw individualism. Heroics from either side. It's all G2 though. A red bead that's filled up in their name. 8-4 is the half, an attack side that you can be proud of if you're G2.
Excellent game plan. Really nice calling from Valley. Putting Leaf in a position to win, and my God did he deliver. 17-7 to end. Every shot felt like it landed with the operator. Such a beast of a player. And that's with Paper X winning pistol.
They're going to have to drag it back one round at a time if you're Paper X.
They need insane heroics to come back into this one. And an attack side that goes bonkers.
Absolutely. For now, though, we're going to send it down to the floor. Lou is standing by with some very special guests.
And the G2 boys also have their fans here in Paris. Je suis rejointe par deux fans G2, no good name. And Cedric, first of all, the jersey suits you very well, boys. The first question I wanted to ask you is, we've seen the boys putting up quite a show, right, on stage, waving, celebrating, flaming a little bit. So I wanted to know how you enjoy this as a fan. Donc on les voit un petit peu, les joueurs de G2 se lever, trash, célébrer, tout ça. Comment est-ce que ça rend l'expérience de fan encore meilleure pour toi?
Alors, tout simplement, c'est G2, c'est la mentalité de G2. Et il ne faut pas oublier que G2 est dans son âge d'or, in the golden era.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid answer. Indeed, it's G2, it's the G2 mentality, so I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fan storyline, you know, and I think you have one with a player. So who's your favorite player in G2, and for how long have you been rooting for them?
Well, my favorite player is Tren. I've been a fan for 6-7 years, ever since the guard, and just he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how he acts on stage, his calmness.
Coleman cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era, and Boostio, you're a rat.
And Boostio, tu es un rat. On est dans notre ère golden, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement. Et Tren, c'est mon joueur préféré. Je le suis depuis l'époque de The Guard. Merci, les gars. Thank you, boys. And we're gonna see who takes this decider on Ascent right now.
And we're looking at purely that uphill battle for Paper X. Straight shots being sent to the Fnatic camp. Wasn't expecting that. That's insane work from them. But we really have to iterate how much of a dire situation this currently is for Paper X. The composition that they're playing, listen, attack side is not favored when you're going into the double sentinel. It's really going to test them on every single level and see how far this team has evolved this year. And they're a squad that have high aspirations. They do not want to be getting sent into the lower bracket at this point. It is a bloodbath. It's a piranha pit down there, and it will be eventually. I know this is the first game of playoffs, but it's bound to be with the quality and caliber of the teams that we've seen so far.
No, I completely agree. You've got to stop Leaf from doing this again on the defense side. And you look at the Coinbase Econ report, he's just pumping out damage to everybody. Number big, and he's gonna, by prioritizing getting an op in his hands on the defense side as well. Early on, he's the player they're gonna have to get through, but Paper X need double pistol here to have a hope on Ascent.
Goes without saying. Round 13 then, vitally important. Hasn't been the case all series long, really. We've seen a lot of Thrifties and Ecos straight back at you. Jorgen's going to be catching a lot of contact there, a lot of heat being sent his way through mid. PaperX looking to really reinforce this one up, and that's a fight to be taken. Leaf, though, will respect it almost immediately. Trademark going to be broken, a lot of damage there. The shot's out just off the side of it, and through the wall, Leaf is finding it. Doors closed off into their faces here, barely a pixel to work through, but PaperX are still looking to overwhelm. Reinforcements, though, in through the back, and this is a weird timing to be taken. You've ward off your only avenue over towards A, and then you're trying to make your way over towards B. Devi trying to put the squeeze down onto them. They could go in either direction if they're going to go back into Jonah B.
Oh, he could feast here with a frenzy.
They don't.
They've got to clear this.
So much damage being done to all of them right now, but that frenzy's barely out of there. 5 bullets left and trying to do the job, but this guy can't be stopped. They finally remove him, but the damage has been done from every single side and avenue and angle. Divino might have just done it, and he's brought it into that 1v1. Enough damage done in the process. Pac-Man versus Trent. Sova versus Sova. 30 seconds left, and they know the rough position.
30 seconds left.
Both are damaged. Weak as anything, but Pac-Man walking right into it! And he's got them that round they needed. A pistol round earned, and potentially a chance.
That is such a huge round there for Pac-Man to win. He's had a rough game so far on Ascent. He was 0-7 at some point, I think. Barely able to pick up a kill by the end of the half, but wins a critically important 1v1 against his direct opposition on the other side, to give his team a lifeline. G2 look to try to take a fight again over towards B main, wondering if PaperX are going to be fighting over there. Vice Flash tells them that someone's in that location, but it's Devi and he's already left. So a bit of a gap to be exploited down through mid. The worst thing in the world would be another one of these thrifties that we've seen so many of, if PaperX want to come back into this.
Slam shot into their face. Leaf is very forward onto the angle, committing headhunter bullets to that. The damage as well, trying to get it going through the wall, but something is lying in wait to strike. Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here from G2, and they're looking to really make it hard, putting the squeeze onto PaperX despite the weaponry advantage.
Here comes the Sage Wall. Opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through, catching onto it now, and Jinx right up on top. Sharp shooting again, but even better, Jonah P's side of things. Weak as anything though in this spot. Hiding right behind Dice, something now looking to reinsert himself back into the conversation, and a lot of damage done indeed. Still, surely he's there. Team got his back. Better weapons at the end of the day. Valorant's in a sticky spot here still. Kill onto something. Call it a successful eco for PaperX. He's going to keep every weapon intact. He can do the best job towards it with 3 of them surviving.
I like the ideas here that are being shown by PaperX. Yes, that's a full anti-eco round, but inserting somebody deep into market, going back over towards B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B exec, where you have the Sage Wall up. These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen the Sage comp put together a good A exec. Doesn't matter if PaperX or it's Fnatic who are running it. I think G2 only really have to be afraid of mid and B.
It's being reinforced. Leaf is in position. Scared about the potential of a peek. Outlaw in his hands. A lot of full armors though across the board. There's respect being shown here by PaperX, and it will also handle Leaf. He has to be incredibly precise if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person with half armor.
The only one person with half armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate. Still, seeing that util, that is a hell of a peek by something, and rapid shooting it. It's really at his best. Jonah P taken out of the equation now. Drone up and over looking for some mid-round information. Devi's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent maybe asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on Corrode.
It's fake pressure by Patman.
But I don't think that they should fall for this. Jorg has full A main info. The thing is, they're so far away, Valin and Jorgamo. They can't really help. That's why I'm saying massive pressure on Trent here.
And leave it up through mid, 2 shots to the body, chest or legs. Pick whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all down to Trent right now into this spot, and he's still dodging, weaving, ducking away from all of this. A fight taken towards it. PaperX ensuring that they hold on. They keep their eyes onto the smokes with those guns well trained. Divert themselves into a 2v2 from a spot.
Devi's going to hear Jorg coming up. Maybe not. He just cut noise.
Sure, he did cut noise from it. The barrel's going to be poking out the front. It's all about timing here. Devi trying to cut it up into the corner, but the clearance. Immaculate stuff from Jorg. Piece by piece. Taking bite-sized chunks out of the sight, making sure that they can clear most of the way. It's up to Forsaken. He's been a menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2. Currently 16-8. The players dropping down and giving him that perfect timing. Snapping to it. 1v1. He's earned it. The IGL does it again.
He is unstoppable, man. When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys G2.
Passes the jump down, finds himself in a lone fight.
There was one way that PaperX were coming back into this game, and it was by winning a critical 1v1 clutch on the pistol, and then a bonus round from Forsaken.
Forsaken! Yes, son! Nice on!
My God, they are doing it. The stress now over on the other side of the camp, because G2 can feel that they're losing control of this game. It should have been a slam dunk, easy one. They won pistol, and they only got 4 in the first half. It's your attack side of Ascent. You're about to go into double Senti defense. You should be chilling.
Should have been over, but PaperX, never done when you think. You can't count this team out. No. Individual abilities, I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight to Leaf.
He has, yeah.
Top of the scoreboard, currently at 18-8. He's winning clutches consistently throughout.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else. They're incredible to watch, the people that you got in the server today. It is a beautiful way to open playoffs here at Champs. But one of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
Never really want to be in that spot whatsoever.
I mean, there have been almost no teams that have made a huge lower bracket run like that.
No, it takes insane resilience.
I mean, I think back to FPX at Copenhagen. Only team that's gone on something like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time. During a timeout and now to think about what they need to correct moving forwards, but bit of working of mid here from PaperX Leaf. Very aggro. Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he does get his chance there with a headhunter. No one was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can afford to take more risks, you just stack B. And they've got 3 bodies on it at the moment. I'd be tempted to get another in this direction.
Pave the way. Drone needs to be broken. It does clear Jonah P up into that spot. Smoke as well propped up and on top of the wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing. It's going to be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision by G2. With the sheriffs in their hands, they're making the most of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep TP into Wine. Forsaken has to be sure that this is clear most of the way. And the spike still has to cross this angle. Leaf doesn't have enough bullets to do the job.
Lucky wasn't going to do the job from that distance.
Jorgen will go for a repeat of his own, but it's all being contained here by Devi. Valeno has dropped this one, the spike down into Cat. That's just off sound cues. He's going to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's going to get a bit of a move on. He's going to watch this the entire time. Door close, and he does punish. Time earned. Carves out a path to success. It's the only way he can win this one. PaperX, they withstand that pressure.
I feel like every time PaperX are pushed to the brink in this match, Forsaken comes through for them. The lone exception was something winning that ridiculous round to get them into OT on Corrode, but every other moment, it's their captain steering the ship through stormy waters. Wow. Oh, he did just catch a glimpse of Patman there. God, the stress must be ridiculous in that coaching booth. Time to jump. Both teams have Steel Garden to try to work with. 4 in a row now for PaperX, but G2 are on the favoured side, remember.
Flash and early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Devi. Look at the control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site. on an eco. PaperX still looking like they want to pressure B over and over and over again. Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
With the drone, backing out. Leaf doesn't take his TP, so he's still got the rendezvous for a rainy day, which is Seal Garden's coming through anyway. Weaponry now, going to have to be fully reliant on a headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight, ensure that he's not cleared out from this spot here, while something looks to try and get the clearance down. Leaf, he's anti-straight back. The weapon's into his hands and he's running through, TP'd into the side, man. Eventually cleared up. That's Still Garden both ways. Weapons taken away. A res inside. Shorty does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies. Weapons to swing back out here. PaperX have found themselves. The way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is. Quick cleanup in the end. 3-piece by Jing. And a lead taken by PaperX.
I really like this B exec where Jing doesn't wall up on the box, but instead goes and walls off market or something like that to stop the defenders coming through. Leaf picking up 2, but he's got no escape mechanism there. I mean, he'd really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. But then Jing also playing for the res in that spot towards the end. Helps them enormously. It's a big round. PaperX take the lead and knock G2's economy down. G2 need answers fast.
This is insane work by PaperX. You're right, Josh. G2, they need answers. It's supposed to be their favored side, but pistol round, bonus conversion, round after round is being put together. Relentless is the opposition.
Whereas G2, Valin slipped back in.
He's trying to find that. It's been cleared anyway. It's going to be spammed surely here. This Anchor smokes the plan. Try and work his way around something. Precise and sharp. Jorgamo trying to play tight. What is that? Reactions by Jing. Disgusting stuff. Tour de Force trailing back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. 5 alive for PaperX. Slow orbs at your feet. Cut out of every possible spot.
They've got the money. They might as well go for it.
No way. Leaf. Plenty an angle to be found. He's almost collected that onto Jing. It's on top of the wall. Damage done. As the matter that Jing is low. Done the defting this round. 2 rounds now being the difference, and PaperX leading, running away with it.
Incredible resilience from PaperX. To be coming back into the lead after a 4-8 half on your defense side. It's so different the way that both teams are approaching the attack side too. G2 was slow, controlled, trying to post up on angles and punish. PaperX are just running execs. First 30 seconds, after doing a little bit of defaulting maybe, they go for a pop. And usually it's been on B. That was the first time where they've actually planned to end A at the start of the round. And now maybe faking it out at the beginning again. But I don't think they're going to end with rifles on A pretty much ever.
I think they'll take the fight in that direction.
No, I think they only did it that previous because they knew it was an eco for G2.
Yeah. Hold on, what is this based off of? The Hunter's Fury?
Ripping it.
Okay.
Misclick.
Bit of spam down into mid, potentially a misclick, but he's only getting the damage onto 180. Onto device, shot dart from up deep overhead, the way up. The heel in the back pocket though, he's going to be back up to 100.
They could have comboed it with the Euroworld, they could have used it as the PaperX were pushing.
Oh, it's going to be a fat finger here. Jorgamo, he's not leaving.
Terrible gate crash as well.
Trying to stay into the fight.
Terrible gate crash.
Way out into the open in that spot. Not in a position to try and withstand that pressure. PaperX are really applying it now. Evenly across the board, and this is moving over towards B. Starwood is the defense again. They've got those thorns to try and delay and slow this one down. A tag of the drone potential there for a fight to be taken, especially as that smoke dissipates. Thorns at your feet. Spam into the corner. I think they know that Jing's in that spot, in that position. And Leaf, time to strike is there. The backstab that they needed is a spike drop down in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't overstay his welcome. Let the spike be retrieved. Let it be picked back up. There's 15 seconds left and you haven't cleared these side plays. Jonah P, the anchor. And a thorn in their side. The flash and a peek, he's been denied. Deleted here. The plant is going down fast and loose from G2. Trying to take the fight now, trying to take it together. And eventually they get the job done. But my God, did it take everything.
Leaf again with a really important double kill. Takes the opportunity to push that wall, take a risk in mid. At the same time, as Valen and Trent are throwing util at people. But there are some real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there. Mistakes earlier on in the round even as well. I was worried they're about to give Patman a lineup towards the end. Maybe some mental issues creeping in here for G2, but they win the round anyway. Both teams with an operator. Divide taking a look at post this one up towards B main. And Jog's got a judge. Yeah, well, their economy's shot. Bulldog as well coming out from Valen.
Not in the danger zone just yet. He up here, Forsaken. The angle he wanted.
Device actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PaperX 90% of the time are going to go back into B, Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Even the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a timing against him. Slow and steady is the game plan.
They're leaving B. A rare A finish here perhaps from PaperX. Forsaken's got good control over towards A main. One trip and pressure on Leaf with the off.
They're going into him now. See what he can get done here. Potential damage to be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more. Well, in your face there, as blind as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and undo the damage. Something back into the fight. 5 players trying to look and make their mark into it, but with just a judge in the hand, Jogo, he can only do so much. Players are drifting into this fight, but it is slapdash, not put together whatsoever here from G2. Needs to be broken. An avenue and a sight line, and Leaf does deliver. Death blow after death blow, but Patman looking to answer straight back, and damage done to Valen. Weak as anything. Handed it back to Forsaken with a deeper TP. Jonah P will clean them up. These players, weak as anything. It's going to come down to the tiniest of details. Who can hit the first shot? And that is a risky one. Jump spawning around, jumping down into the fight. Patman left into the 1v1. Down in his face. He's going to try and break this one down, but with the damage done and the right click, Trent delivers it!
And he's got the time on the defuse. He gets revenge for that pistol round clutch. Patman did everything he could.
Oh my God.
But Trent delivers to tie things up at 10-10. That round was madness. Absolute madness. Leaf gets 2 huge ones. Jonah P also, by the way, picking up Forsaken in spawn like he did on Garou. Forsaken constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that. I was worried because G2 didn't have a follow-up for Jorgamo's ult. He just ended up at Jenny with a judge. Very bizarre. Economy actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
No. There's no scrum that can prepare you for this. Adjustments on adjustments.
What an incredible pleasure that every map has been on a knife's edge as well.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that in Valorant these days.
It is.
Often ends up being more one-sided, but these two teams even.
Leaf is opping here without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now though. That drone will be clearing him. Breaks it, will commit to it. As soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PaperX look like they're going for an A-split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter's Fury to see if they can set this one up. But a Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage onto Jorg. And bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this. But a dart late in being delivered. Leaf though still getting active. He's forward to get into his approach, trying to bait those shots. And he can't be stopped. This is ridiculous from him. One-man army himself. Big reveal, but coverage in sight. Forsaken, eager to put the bullets straight back into that body here, but a reveal onto it. These shots are coming thick and fast. Patman barely able to survive. 4 bullets left. He's going to try and find these shots individually, but it's all Jonah P. Too sharp, adjusting in time. G2, the ones up to 11, the ones leading by 1 round.
And Leaf again is the monster player. the superstar for G2. He's got 29 kills here across 21 rounds.
For a 30 bomb.
Yeah, and this year, there's a decent argument that he's been the best player of 2025. He was competing early on in the year with players like Trent, competing late in the year with people like Forsaken, Something. He's directly going toe-to-toe with two of his competitors right now for best player in the world. And he's the most impactful player on the server. And Leaf still has the op. That round was a big eco swing. And Paper Rex are taking a half buy, almost allowing G2 to get up to match point, hoping that they can draw things into OT or pull out a thrifty from nowhere. These A finishes have not been working.
Struggling.
But they keep doing them in the last few rounds.
I mean, subvert the expectations perhaps, but... Seeing how to gear up towards this one. A few Sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing they're working with. Double up with the smokes as well, denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf to reposition. He misses his shot. Rarity at that, and it doesn't take the time to TP away. It's Forsaken with the punish. He was to play with a rifle. It's going to be the case, and the Sheriffs, wow! Paper X, they know how to make them work. 2 players down here for G2 and an open site now and an open plant. Paper X, a lot of damage being taken into the process, but you're going to try and win this one with overwhelming firepower. Sightlines are being cut away. Spam into the floorboards. Trent to remove Patman. Now he's looking for a little bit more. Big flash though, and an even better swing. Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IGL. Straight shots and straight bullets. He's barely alive, but he's still getting it done. 3 for him. And time has been bought for his team to survive into this one, to play it all together. What a play by Forsaken. Put it all on his shoulders, and he will withstand it.
He's got the whole of Paper X on his back right now. It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps up. It's just back and forth between Forsaken and Leaf for who's doing the most for their team. It's mad to watch, and look at what it's done to the economy. 1 thrifty round towards the end, and it could have flipped the whole series on its head.
Gone lopsided again.
Leaf, though, still with the tour de force.
He's been a danger player. Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up. Doesn't care, disrespect. Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. Paper X now looking like they want to speed up into this, perhaps. Thorns are being layered down to try and set this one up. Something. It's going to be that blade from the side. These are anchor players on G2.
Jonah has ult.
All triggered, flash forwards, and his shots in the dark as well through that smoke. Jorgamo, he's gone down. Still these angles. Needs to be watched for. Jim will have to respect that one. And inside that smoke and straight bullets being fired forwards. Shorty with a double dash hit. A double right click. Jonah P to put him down anyway. Plant going down now for Patman. Chips in the night. These players have rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance. And it solely rests on making sure that they can get rid of something. Ripping the ult. They think it's winnable. Dimensional Drift, he's going to be getting the hell out of there. Something looking to rejoin the rest of his team. He's body blocking, just being that nuisance player. And trying to, a bit of a run on, trying to get a bit of a move on. Balance forwards as well. Now barely any bullets to work with. It's all Paper X. A complete collapse and cleanup. The 12th round is theirs. One more step for match point.
What a recovery. You can't praise him enough. I don't have enough superlatives in my vocabulary to handle this one. Yes, they've won the double pistol, but man coming back from an 8-4 down half, it's unreal, to run every single attack round basically back, and now be up 12-11. But the previous one was an anti-eco, now G2 with rifles back. And Trent's overult that I think last time he misclicked.
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket. One round is going to make the difference.
Could be Leaf's 30th.
Respects it though. Sees that flash, will take the TP this time, doesn't overstay it.
And now Divide can take away their guns.
Immediately Clone as well, just pops up the wall. They want to move into this one as a still guy on their own.
You have to Soverall this.
Soverall's going to be used though. That's an attempt at a punish. Could be some connections coming through. And there it is. Long range with the artillery. Trent trying to make the play towards it, but that's a res to instantly undo most of that damage. And Something inserted himself, making a bit of a home, just trying to set up camp, and they are going to remove him out with that util. It's clean, but it goes on either side once more. It's all down to the finer details, and the gunplay is what matters most. G2.
Forsaken ulting, and now they're looking for him around spawn. They know though that the spike is going down over towards B. Valen checking B main.
Cancelled.
Full 3v3.
Gets the clearance onto this one. It comes down to it. The gunfight's taken. This PaperX will want to square up towards it. They hear the footsteps and they see the shot. Survive! Race down that ledge! And it's PaperX who survive. PaperX who keep going. And PaperX who denied G2 that chance and sent them packing to the lowers.
That is about the best match you could possibly get to open up playoffs here at Champs 2025. Two of the teams that you're looking at as favorites for the tournament, and they go within 2 rounds across all 3 maps. I think that was G2's to win there on Ascent, but they just couldn't find the moments. Again and again, despite the best efforts of people like Leaf, just constant magic moments from PaperX and a true grit and tenacity, showcasing hunger that has not abated at all since their trophy lift in Toronto. You might have thought that there'd be more hunger on the G2 side in a match like this. I think both teams brought the best out of each other, but PaperX come out on top.
Sublime. I mean, a masterclass in Valorant here. We are treated with that matchup, and PaperX move on.
It is going to be...
I mean, despite the best efforts of Leaf, this guy was dominant all day long.
He got 30 kills in regulation there on Ascent, but only 1 in the final round. And that was it. PaperX swarmed onto the site.
The major difference being that man in the middle right there, Forsaken himself. He put the team on his back when they needed it most.
Yeah, what a hero.
Calling, shooting, it didn't matter. He was stepping up.
And this is how they won in Toronto, was with him having unbelievable impact like that. He's not always at the top of the scoreboard, he is now, but he's just outrageous.
Absolutely. It's time for the Frozen post-match interview with Forsaken himself. Let's find out from his own mouth.
PaperX fait tomber les G2 et continue d'avancer en playoff. The PaperX superstar Forsaken had an amazing performance today. I have to interrupt you for a second. Jason, I have a few questions to ask you. First of all, congratulations. And it seemed like a double victory again, today. We saw you guys, you know, waving, standing. We saw some banters. So can you share a little bit about the lore? What does it mean to you beating G2 today?
I mean, I think it means a lot because this is our first opening match in playoff. Everyone feel excited. And even though we lost the second one because we want to make them excited, you know, towards the game. And yeah, I feel really great about it, and hopefully we can continue keep winning, you know.
Entertaining second map, indeed, to have a longer series. Donc première question, c'était peut-être une double victoire aujourd'hui. On vous a vu beaucoup célébrer. Bah ouais, on était archi hype. C'est notre premier match en playoff. On avait envie de donner du spectacle aussi en vous emmenant sur une troisième map. And second question, we saw a battling, jumping, clutching omen from you today on both Ascent and Corrode. So I wanted to know, how do you do that magic always? Is it the movements? Is it the PaperX DNA? How do you do it?
To be honest, I'm not really sure, but in the beginning, my mindset, I always trust my teammate, even though we don't like 4-8. I keep doing my things, which is to be confident, and somehow we just go with the flow, you know, with my body and stuff, so yeah.
Trusting your instinct seems very important to you indeed. Donc deuxième question, on l'a vu sauter partout, au pistol sur Corrode, mettre des clutches, etc. Comment il s'en sort? C'est l'ADN PaperX. Et ben je suis pas sûre, j'ai pas vraiment de secret, mais dans cette team on se trust sur chaque move individuel et je pense que ça se voit. Je suis voilà mon instinct et c'est la clé de la réussite. And your next opponent is going to be either DRX or Fnatic. So I want to have your prediction. And who do you think will pop off on this game?
To be honest, I think this time I will choose DRX because I can see that they're progressing a lot. Even in Scream, they show us how to play certain of maps, and I really believe I think they're gonna win against Fnatic.
They have a good meta indeed with that, you know, Waylay, Yoru and stuff, they're making it work for sure. Donc DRX face à Fnatic, c'est quoi ta prédiction? Ça sera plutôt du côté DRX, je trouve qu'ils gagnent beaucoup en scrim en ce moment, ils sont très forts, donc ça m'étonnerait pas qu'on les affronte au prochain tour. Thank you so much for joining me. Jason, you can get back at signing, of course, and we're gonna see if he's right or not about the Fnatic DRX match right after that.
Tiger, bit. No. Big Tiger? No. No. No, 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 no. Big Tiger! Then Alex gonna mod B again, guys.